Welcome to Rasslin with Racism, where we wrestle with racism every single day of our lives. If you are an American Negro, check out the other content and subscribe, and be sure to share with every American Negro that you know, whether they're a wrestling fan or not. We're your hosts. We got Shad, the bearded one. H- I'm Mike the Nice, and then the man of the hour himself, who founded everything, Mr. HBK 400.
Shit, I ain't find nothing. The white folk did. They came over fucking with us.
Hey,
If white
it
folk hadn't
works.
have been the way they was, then this shit wouldn't have go. We wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Did they really find it if it was already discovered?
Mm. That's something. Oh damn! Why don't I start eating chips right now?
You tell
Oh, it's
me.
instinct shit. Chad, what's up?
What's going on, beloved?
Not much. Ready to get this shit started. Plan is to check out SmackDown and shit.
Right?
And finish up what we was going through yesterday, which is more of the Raw side. We talked a lot about AEW last night,
Yeah.
which is posted on YouTube right now for everyone convenience. You could check that out, part one of this. We're basically going to continue the conversation from last night as well as watch SmackDown, which I still haven't turned it on yet. You know what I'm saying? Uh, do anybody know what happened so far? 37 minutes in.
No.
No, I'm just now logging into DirecTV, so we all behind.
See, I want everyone out there to recognize that we are three working adults. You know what I'm saying? And on this payday, we all just getting back together. You know what I'm saying? We just getting home, getting shit together, and all this other different stuff. But this is something that we had to do at this time. So we're not 100% prepared for the SmackDown situation, but we are going to get there soon enough. But we can start with Monday Night Raw. We talked about Monday Night Raw, the beginning promo. We talked about CM Punk and Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins all making a bid for the Royal Rumble. And then they throw in some names, John Cena and Roman Reigns, and all these people that's so eager that is a threat to win the Royal Rumble. Were there any American Negroes that were named as a threat?
Nope.
Is any American Negroes presenting themselves to put their name in the bid to say that, hey, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble because I'm him?
We didn't even get a my bad from our truth.
Nope.
Mm. He didn't say he was going to win the Money in the Bank.
He didn't say he was going to be the Iron Survivor on Royal Rumble night. He didn't do none of that.
Is there a reason why our truth is so ignorant? Did he hit his head? You take a power driver or something?
Damn, I wish Owner was in here because that's the amnesia angle I would love.
No, that's not the amnesia angle out with love. I wouldn't want to see him, the grinner, you know, do this to himself no more. It's sad. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's happy. He got his white woman. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Uh,
I want him to hit his head and go back to Ron the Truth Killings
oh,
of the
that'll be the fucking
NWA
shit.
title days. That's what I want.
Yeah, that'll be the fucking shit. I want him to come out there and apologize to
Peaked in
every single
TNA.
American Negro. Huh?
He peaked in TNA.
I mean, he had a good run in WWE when he was serious. You know, I like that shit that he did with John Cena and the fuck is his name? Yeah, the Miz and all that shit. You know, that was good. Good. What? 2 months? A real good 2 months. But whatever. I know that they're not releasing it because he. This is what white folk want from him from now on. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part is they are gonna put him in the Hall of Fame. And in a moment where you're supposed to get serious, his shit is gonna be riddled with jokes. You know, ignorance, stupidity. So that's that. Uh, so I know that nobody is putting themselves out there as a potential winner, but you, as a wrestling fan, do you see a potential American Negro winner, even if it's a shock?
Not at all.
Man, I'm good at being sarcastic. That
He can't even get the
yeah,
final four, man. Can't even get the final four.
man, that's crazy. You don't foresee Trick Williams being in the Final Four.
It would be
It'd
nice.
be a miracle if you get one in the top 10, let alone Final Four.
Top 10. Oh, man, y'all keep lowering the bar as we go along, huh? It's that bad?
Triple H hasn't given me any reason to think otherwise.
Well, I'm going to say this. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Triple H did tell you that he doesn't see color.
Exactly.
He told you that. Did you think that he was playing?
Nope.
Did you think that he was going to fold under what the media is not asking for this? The press is not asking for this. Did you think that he was going to fold under what some Negro wrestling fans want just because he said so?
Nope.
I mean, just
Nope.
because we're
Not
crying
at
for
all.
it?
He said that shit with his glasses on.
Mm. Didn't he tip
He
didn't he
stood
tip
on
his
business with
eyeballs over
that.
the glasses a little bit? Yeah, this motherfucker meant what he said. And I can respect that. Hey, white man, let him know. I don't fuck with Negroes. I mean, look, even listen, look,
At
Bianca
least he's
Belair didn't
honest.
even wrestle on another PLE after Triple H said that. They even took Bianca Belair off of another one, Saturday night's main event. So y'all sitting up here, I mean, not y'all, but people are still sitting up here hoping that Triple H is going to see color. And it's just not going to happen. I've been trying to plug this up for 15 minutes. My bad. All right, now I'm 100%. Y'all don't know the scrutiny I just went through over the last 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm a fucking professional. I taught myself. Um, but yeah, Triple H doesn't have any intentions on doing nothing about it. And that cuts the conversation right here, right? All right, all right.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. Yep.
Yep.
So this message is for Bianca Belair. And this message is for Montez Ford. And this message is for our truth. And this message is for Xavier Woods. This message is for Carmelo Hayes. This message is for Trick Williams, Last Legend, Jakara Jackson, B Fab. Huh, that's it, ain't it? Wesley, Swerve, Mark Quinn, Isaiah Kennedy, potentially Powerhouse Hobbs, you know, Shelton
That man
Benjamin.
got that that coffee forehead, man. I'm telling you, I don't know.
Huh? Oh, we're gonna stick with that.
To be determined. To be determined.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with the tone. Powerhouse Hobbs. You know what I'm saying? We gotta slow down on that one. Athena. Um, did I name over 20 people?
You're right there at 20, I think so.
I'm
Right around there.
asking, I'm asking, I'm asking each and every single one of y'all. If y'all don't take a stand and walk away from your respective companies, then American Negroes, y'all gonna be the last American Negroes ever featured. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's where we're headed. So if you want to continue to make your money, I can understand. But if you honestly care about the direction of American Negroes today, this has to be a collective effort. Bianca Belair can't walk away and think that it's just gonna make a difference. It has to be a collective effort. You know what I'm saying? People
Not
sit up
only
here and
that, but
tell me what should I do, what can I do, what can I do. Look, I'm one person. You know what I'm saying? I'm one person. So if I choose to take on a certain act, would be a fucking fool to do it by myself, hoping that it's gonna make some type of change. It's gonna have to take a collective effort. Yesterday was the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. birthday, a man that white folk killed, a man that white folk hated up until the day he died. And that's when they found that love for the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But before the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. died, they made his life a living hell. They stabbed him, they beat him, they threw him in jail over 50 times, spat at him, and then they killed him. They killed his brother less than a year later. Look it up. A.D. King. The person that they would never talk about. But he stood side by side with Martin everywhere he went. They'll never talk about this man or his death. They killed his mother 10 years later. They would never mention it. And they damn sure wouldn't mention her death. But all of a sudden, white folk love the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. You should judge a person by their character as opposed to the color of their skin. White folk created character for us, right? Would y'all agree to that? You know, the media paint this picture of how Negroes are, and that's how Negroes are, right? Mike, are you a thug?
a what? A
Are,
suck?
are you a thug?
Thug? Nope.
Yeah. Are you a thief?
Fuck no.
Are you a lazy nigger?
Fuck
I'm working
no.
right now.
Huh? Chad, you're a criminal. That's
No,
what you do. You just go and fucking break into people's houses and fucking put knives to pregnant bitches. Is this what you
oh,
do?
no, crackers got guns around here waiting for me to go through that window. No.
Do you go out and loot? Do you go out there and
White
That
rob?
supremacist
Do you go out there?
projecting.
What do you do? Huh?
Nah, that was tethers and Mexicans that did that. That wasn't
We're
me.
not
I was
gonna
the
go
nigga
there
that
right now. We're not gonna go there right now. I just asking you about you.
was. All right, my bad.
Just asking you about you. I want to know what type of niggers I'm talking to now. Because if you're a fucking criminal, then you get the fuck off of here right now.
You got to end that with a buddy, a buddy. Oh wait, this is
white
wrestling.
folk,
Pow.
white folk create this character. White folk create this image on how niggers are, and that's why that's how they judge us instead of the color of our skin. We are all the same animal. You know, this is white folk, mind you. This is white folk. We are all the same animal. So this is how white folk choose to take the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. words when actually he said it clearly. He was talking about his children. He wished his children could walk around this earth and be judged by their character and not the color of their skin. It's funny because when white folks see Martin Luther King Jr. kids, that's what they see. Martin Luther King Jr. kids. Oh, let's be nice to these niggers. We probably believe in nonviolence. You know what I'm saying? Stop twisting his words because before he died, he did say that America is indeed a racist country. He also acknowledged that America may be more racist today than we realized over the past 10 years. He acknowledged that he led his people, the ones who were able to listen to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., now a burning building. This is what Martin Luther King Jr. said. Shortly after all of that, white folk killed him. Happy birthday, Martin Luther King Jr. Sorry that you died like some thug on the street. The image that white folk created. I want to refer people. I'm not 100% with Martin Luther King Jr. philosophy, nonviolence, that Gandhi shit. Gandhi hated black people. I bet you he won't go hungry for niggers, right? Um, but Malcolm made it clear. He said, "Look, you want to take on Gandhi philosophy? He was in India with 1 billion people that look just like him. We are the minority in America. It's like a mouse trying to take on the motherfucking elephant. We'll get stumped every motherfucking time if we don't gain that strength to fight them. How in the hell are you gonna tell the people to be nonviolent?" I can respect his efforts because he was willing to put his life on the line. He was willing to put his family life on the line. They bombed his home several times to see better for black people. Nobody is gonna put their life on the line to hurt black people. But I just think he was misguided on his way. So that's unfortunate. I do believe that Martin's philosophy would have changed after the 70s, but he wasn't able to make it. So, white folk, please don't mention Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to me, because if you cannot tell me any details on the March on Washington, then you can't tell me about the I Have a Dream speech. All right, that's a conversation ender for me. Tell me why James Baldwin was restricted from speaking on the March on Washington. But uh, I'm sorry, I didn't tell y'all that I was gonna do a tribute to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., but I did. What y'all
That's
gonna
all
do
good.
about it? Y'all gonna join in?
Yep.
Anybody got anything
Martin,
kind to say about Martin Luther King?
Martin was a legend.
Yeah, he was a legend. Despite being an integrationist, he did organize a movement.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it was co-opted by other people, and I find it to be nobody points this out, but once Martin started to shift towards more of a revolutionist slash independence type talk with that march, that poor people's march that he was organizing, that's when they said, nope, he has to go. That's
That
not a
and the
coincidence.
new phase when he said, "We're coming to Washington to get that check." The moment he started, as well as starting to talk about reparations, that's when they said, "Oh, hell no.
Oh no,
We got to kill him."
yeah, that was the premise of what he was doing. He was bringing everybody that did not have housing or a job, and they was gonna sit in front of the White House until they got it. It would have embarrassed America. It would have shed a light on poverty. It would have made the world look at America in a different light, and they put an end to that just like that.
We're going to do the fourth. I forgot about
it was for all people. For people's merch. Maybe that's what it's called. And he was guided to those and what they would call it small time situations.
HB, we can barely hear you.
The
Mike, can you hear
Max
him?
Low.
Shit, can you hear
Okay,
me better now?
Yeah.
there you
I
go.
tried something and it didn't work. Never mind. But anyway, I'm putting this movie up in the chat. That's Martin Luther King Jr. movie made by Paul Winfield and Cicely Tyson. Um, playing them. Um, it came out in 1979, I believe. It was a miniseries. This is the most accurate movie that you're going to get on the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's 4 hours, but this is the most accurate movie. So any movie that they've ever came out with or will come out with, starring the tether and shit, and yes, Cicely Tyson is not an American Negro, but you know, I'm not about to get on that right now. But you know, um, this is the most accurate story that you're going to get of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's a great movie. Um, I think everybody should check it out to get to know the man. Um, had he came out speaking about the real, he would not have gotten the press that he got. That's for sure. Um, but like I said, they were guiding him. I mean, he was getting ready to do the Poor People's March and go to Washington, but he had took a detour to Memphis to handle a situation and or address a situation, I should say. And it's unfortunate that he was practically lured there um, when he was setting up this thing now to probably revolutionize America. So I give him that credit, but like I said, white folk don't mention this man name to me, and I mean that with all my heart. I will shut you down quickly. All right, we got that out the way. Shout out to Bernice King. Um, I appreciate that sister, and I love that sister. Um, Contrary to her brother, she is the one that heavily speaks for in favor of reparations, and she even addressed that violence can be a necessary cause. Bernice King is different, but she doesn't spit on her father's legacy either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, she's a real one. Let's get back on wrestling. WWE honors the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. every year.
Yep.
Um, WWE is on Netflix. Raw. Um, Monday is Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's always been a misconception because white folk always say, "Oh, it's his birthday." His birthday is January 15th. How in the hell do somebody's birthday fall on a Monday every single year? You know, but that shows your love for the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I find that white folk don't even call Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. They call him MLK. You know, but Raw's on Netflix. And the first Raw on Netflix, do you fellas believe that the WWE is going to honor the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on Monday? Or do you believe that they're going to
Probably
break
not.
tradition?
Okay.
Knowing
Y'all do
Triple
notice
It's
that, right?
H, he'll probably break the
Every year, y'all
tradition.
do notice that they've been doing that for the last couple of decades.
yeah. They break that tradition. It's gonna look very funny style.
I want to make a bet. I want to see how far I could go with Chad. Do you believe that they're going to do it?
It would be stupid not to do it. It would be very stupid with the heat you're getting from this community. You're gonna sit there and stop something that you've honored for almost what 30 fucking years.
Did my
Uh,
co-host just not answer the question that I just asked? I,
I'm pondering.
I swear,
I'm pondering.
where my co-host did not just pull a like move on me. Did you just
I
not
think they're.
answer my
I think.
question to get
I think.
your point across? Yo, not point, but
No,
not answer my
I think
question.
they're. I think they're gonna do it. In hindsight, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't.
There we
I wouldn't be like,
go.
oh
There
my
we
god,
go. There we go.
oh my god, they forgot to honor Martin Luther King. The person that did it is not there no more, allegedly. So I wouldn't be shocked.
See how it take 2 seconds to answer the question, then you can say what you want. You know what I'm saying? I do that, and my bad, channel. I didn't
No,
even mean
I'm
to
kind
put
of
you out
dodging,
there like
dodging.
that.
I'm kind of dodging
I
the
need
tornado.
I need to get an understanding with anybody that comes up to wrestling with racism. Always answer the question, then you can say whatever you want. You know, don't be a pecker time Ryan. You know. But no, I agree. You know, and the thing is, breaking that type of tradition. You know, I hope they do it. You know, I do. Break it. Show me Triple H. I want Triple H to continue to show me. You know what I'm saying? I want Triple H to continue to show me that you don't see color. I want you to continue to show me that you are this racist motherfucker that I say that you are. Show me. I embracing everybody to come up
He's
and
gonna do
show
it.
me. Huh?
He's gonna do it.
Yes, do it. Listen. I'm trying to cut through all the bullshit. Why do we have to sit up here and wait on a white motherfucker to call us a nigger to our face in order to say that they are racist? Meanwhile, while they're not calling you a nigger, meanwhile, while they are employing you, meanwhile, while they are allowing you to fuck their daughter, all the damage has already been done to you and your people, and they reap the benefits of it. It's a system of white supremacy in place so that whatever they want to do, if they're focused, you know what I'm saying, and apply to themselves, they could do it problem free. You know, it's like no state taxes in Florida, right, Chat?
Nope.
It's not.
None in Texas.
Oh, you don't pay it in Texas either? Two white supremacist states. Go figure. Wow. Um. Uh. But no, the thing is, you know, we got to get out this mindset that because white folk, you know, don't portray a certain way, especially in the entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? Um, if Hulk Hogan had have been the nigger splurting Hulk Hogan that he became in public in the '80s, do you think that he would have the same success in the '80s?
Not really.
Because white folk have an understanding that you don't go too far in public, right?
Yep. Always on code.
That is correct.
One thing that I found about white folk, you know, one of the nicest white people in the world, that's what they'll portray. You know me, I'm a retarded. You know what I'm saying? I go up, stir all types of shit up. You know what I'm saying? Go in there, I go in the most Christian ass white group and just say, Black Lives Matter. White folk lose their motherfucking mind. What do you mean? God said love everybody and oh dare you, you fucking nigger. Like, damn, this is a Christian group and you mentioned Black Lives Matter, you mentioned black and all this shit, and white folk just act like,
Mention
you know,
reparations.
oh my God, they don't know how to have that type of conversation. I mean, some of them don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about simplicity of certain shit. And you call them racist, and they gonna go off and turn into some of the most racist people you ever heard in your life. White folk can't stand to be called racist. You know what I'm saying? They can't stand it. Conversation turns quickly. You know what I'm saying? To hate, pure hate. White folk, I got a way of revealing these people. I let them reveal themselves. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know how to get to them. But if you don't pick that, these white folk is cowards. They not gonna come out and tell you what you is to your face. White folk are afraid because in this era they could lose their jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they restrict themselves. They restrict themselves. They restrict themselves, and they restrict themselves for a reason. But they know that their neighborhood, after a certain quota, we don't have to worry about niggers. You know what I'm saying? This is them.
Yeah.
So, um, I want you. I would prefer for you to not be a coward. I would prefer for you to not be willing to lose your job. I mean, to be willing to lose your job. You know, weren't you willing to lose your life for your freedom? All I'm saying is, black and white people need to get an understanding with each other. I don't like you, and you don't like me. Now, y'all do know it's a difference between segregation and separation, right?
Yeah.
In America, it's very much so segregated. Mike, you don't have to say what city, but you're in Texas, right?
I live in Texas. Yep.
What do your neighborhood consist of? What type of people?
I mainly see white people, see like some Hispanics, see some black, but it's more, bit more white.
You have one of the most diverse neighborhoods. And I'm not talking about your city, I'm talking about your neighborhood,
It's diverse.
just for clarity. So you can go one house black, one house white, one house
I live in an
Hispanic,
apartment.
and then that rotation. Huh?
I live in an apartment.
Oh wow. Okay, so you're not helping. Y'all get along peacefully, right? Like you could go downstairs right now and ask Sophia for some dish soap, right? And she not gonna call the police on you and kill you.
Haven't had that experience yet.
Okay, Mike, you're not helping. God damn it. Let me move on from you right quick. Chad.
Sure.
In your neighborhood.
Man, these tethers make me sick, bro.
Mm.
I'll get right to it. We live around a bunch of Jamaicans, Haitians, and Caribbeans, and Cubans, and one white person who was here at the beginning. Uh, these tethers like to park in my parking spot as if they pay rent in the same house as I do. They are loud. There's always all types of domestic disturbance, and I go out of my way to say those niggas are from the Caribbean. They are not like us.
So do your tethers live in white communities?
Not many. You may get a
Not
few.
many.
You may get a few real estate here, uh, doctor there, but it's little small spurts.
Do Asians generally live in tether communities?
Absolutely not. They'll have businesses here, but we do not know where these chinks live.
Do they live amongst white folk in the masses?
I don't see them. White folks stay with white folks. Cubans stay with Cubans. Black folks stay where they can stay.
That's what I was saying. And some black people can stay in, like you were saying with the tethers, right? In certain areas, and that's how it is. My point in saying all that, thank you, Mike, was America is very much so segregated. It is. There are certain areas to where American Negroes are restricted from living, and they will double down on taxes for you. They will, raise your rates. So the fact that you wouldn't even want to live there, you know what I'm saying? And if you do, well, they win in financially, right? Some people will pay twice as much for a house, literally, just to live in that environment. Um, and that goes on to this day. That's crazy. Um, but a part of me can understand. Um, Mike, how do with you being in such a diverse area, how do everybody generally get along?
Sometimes we pass by and say, "Hey, what's up?" Sometimes we just walk by, don't really say anything, but most of the time it's like don't really say anything to each other. We just walk by, mind our own,
See, I've been on in
just mind our
Florida.
own business.
Some Florida people get real funny with you. But in Texas, to me, my view, I've never been to Texas, but generally I believe in Texas people might be more forthright and, you know, telling you to get out of your way. Like you'd be like, hey, and they'd be like, get out of my way. But you're comfortable walking around, your area, right?
Right now, yeah,
Even at night.
yeah,
And you won't hesitate to defend yourself if need be, even if it means taking up arms, right?
yeah. I'm gonna when I get enough money, I'll get a firearm.
Yeah. Well, invest in that quickly because it's about to get ugly. Donald Trump is the president and white folk is feeling bossy, you know.
Yeah,
So protect yourself. This is the second term and white folk is feeling bossy. Um, with Daniel Penny getting away with what Daniel Penny got away with, um, they gonna feel that they can. You know what I'm saying? And all it takes is for you to have a bad day and say something the wrong way, and your death will be justified. I don't view you as a bad person. To me personally, I never heard you say anything over the top negative about someone. If you give negative criticism, that's different than actually being a negative person. But if a white or a police officer were to murder you, I would have to watch your name get dragged through the mud. Ain't that a bitch?
yeah,
I gotta hear thousands of people say that your death is justified. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's crazy. It's crazy to think about. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that for anybody that's ever been through that. You know, if George Floyd did put a gun up to a pregnant lady's stomach and went to prison for it, paid his debt to society, is that justification for his death 10 years later at the hands of a people who was sworn to protect George Floyd?
fuck no.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not.
If George Floyd put a knife to a pregnant woman and served his time, why couldn't that man come out and be viewed as a human being? Why do you feel like he need to die? If that's the case, why couldn't he just die right then and there when they found him guilty? You know what I'm saying? What's the point in being in prison? People feel like, you can't be reformed in prison or something. You're just a
Isn't
bad
that what
person your
prison's for?
entire life, right? You don't encourage people to become better people or nothing. You condemn, but you put their crimes in front of their faces, and they are not going to condemn you for shit, right?
It's a fact.
Yeah.
How do we break out of that? I mean, we do need to govern ourselves.
Hmm.
I believe we do that. We take care of ourselves. One crime can go down. You know what I'm saying? Um, However, we take care of our criminals. You know what I'm saying? Just locking somebody up in a cage is not reforming them. Actually, it's pushing them further back, especially when they could come out on these streets and not be able to take advantage of opportunities because the opportunities just isn't. You know what I'm saying?
And then they
No
got the
matter what
nerve
you
to
do,
call it a correctional facility. Where's the corrections?
eh, there's no corrections. Uh, you can go in there and find God. You know what I'm saying? Change your whole mindset. But when the man come on and tell you that he ain't got no job for you, what you gonna do? How you gonna eat? You got a family. What you gonna do? No real correction. You go get educated, get to that field, can't get no job. Wasting how much time? We got fur removed from wrestling, and that all comes from Triple H, possibly not airing a tribute to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on Monday. I want y'all to bookmark this. And Chad, you say that he's going to do it, right? Chad?
My bad. Yes, I believe he's gonna do it, but I kind of don't want him to do it.
Right. If he doesn't, are you willing to shave your beard?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what type of bets I can make with you. So we're going to work this out. I'm going to get you to bet your beard one day.
Probably not. I'm called the
Yeah.
Beard Man.
Well, we're going to change your name up, Yeah. You're going to be slappable face, man. You're going to have a Ronnie clean cut. So is them bumps on his face fucking syphilis, or is it uh
I don't know,
or
bro.
is
Like
that
that
goddamn
man,
laser cuts and shit? Like what
he
the
need
fuck
to
is
learn
going
how
on?
to he need to learn how to moisturize, bro. Man,
My God, man. Like,
that's
if you're
how I know
gonna
he don't
be
get
at
no
home and
pussy.
be lazy, just do something with yourself. Like put some
Yeah.
goddamn grease in your head or something.
Like Jesus,
Man.
Shaq made too many gold bond commercials for you not to know you get ashy, bro.
That is crazy as fuck. Don't your skin hurt?
Ashy Larry.
Motherfucker just focus on lotion and one goddamn part and think he just did something. Funny part is, I wasn't talking about the part that you was thinking about. I'm talking about the other side.
Oh,
Damn.
I could just hear PWI. It says here that
Oh my god, dog, that shit is fucking hilarious, dog. This motherfucker said, "What the fuck do you mean?" I go out and I pay for sex. There's no excuse for not having sex. I will never forget a white man came on Rational with Racism. The second white man in the history of Rational with Racism to come on and give the biggest handkerchief head Peckerton nigger I ever seen the business. Am I supposed to respect white folk after that now?
No, you can respect the person that
Yeah.
did the shit.
I can understand the respecting the individual, but white folks as a whole, fuck no.
There's
Nah,
no
I can't
such
do that.
thing. I'm not. I
Nah.
can't. I just can't. The individual could be the biggest fucking snake in the history of snakes. You know what I'm saying? Just that one
There you
snake
go.
bite your ass and it's a wrap. And I ain't about to take a chance on that. I'll
Oh
trust
shit,
Pecker time
bro,
around
is
before I
that
trust a motherfucking light.
we got somebody in here, HBK. That might be owner.
Cop, who are
It
you?
is indeed. I've arrived.
See, man, this motherfucker just be creeping up on motherfuckers, man. What the fuck, man?
Damn.
Listen, man, just because you good at your role don't mean you just be popping up in this motherfucker when you want to, too, nah.
That's only my bad, bro. I just got back to the crib, settled in. Shit, my
Okay.
bad.
Listen, man, I feel you and shit, but,
Hey,
you know what
400. We
I'm
gotta
saying?
make a sound effect. We
No,
gotta
I'm
make a
fucking
sound
with you.
effect.
No, I'm fucking with her. I'm fucking with her. I ain't gonna make no sound effect because I ain't. What sound effect do we got for Ike Turner? I'm about to start.
Nah, not Ike Turner. It gotta be James Brown when he say, Maceo, you owe me $20 and get right back to the song.
Yeah, no, cause my fines is more than $20, nigga. I'm about to text the fuck out of motherfuckers so they can get the point. I'm telling you, I found out the more that you tax a nigga, the more that they gonna just get the point. $10 ain't gonna do it.
Work for
Peckerton
Mr.
Ron got
Brown.
$10. This motherfucker would spend his last $10 to buy some minutes on his phone so he could come back on Twitter and tell me that I'm racist.
This is a Wrestling with Racism special report. The hate that makes no sense. The Ballad of Pecker Tom Ron.
Oh man, I'm trying, man. Look, man, I'm gonna take some time because TikTok going out of business tomorrow, so or Sunday. So I'm about to make as many fucking videos as I can. I'm gonna just go ahead and take that time because I kind of know how to speed through it now. But I am
Right.
gonna put together the rest of a compilation of Peckerton Round, man, and finish that motherfucker out. Cause dog, when I mixed that one shit together, it came through so fucking smooth, dog. It's like this dude is unreal. Dude is unreal.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That video you put up, breaking it down, you had PWI talking to him. We would talk. It was like a 41-minute video.
Man, that
Whatever
shit.
views you got for that joint, I'm responsible for about 50 of them. That shit made my teeth white.
Man. You know what? They keep fucking with me, man, because that's the crazy part. Cause my shit will start moving and then they'll start flagging my shit and then I'll appeal it. And once I do that, it take a little minute, but they put the shit back up or put the volume back on. But just the views just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like it just stopped. Like everything is still the same from that day that they blocked it, but claimed that they put it back up.
They hit you with a shadow ban.
Yeah, well, that shit crazy as fuck.
Yeah,
Like
when they
it,
put you,
man,
give
it's
you
just crazy.
access, but you're not
And it be
progressing.
fucked up
Yeah.
because it's real fucked up because it be some real shit, and I'll be like, what the fuck is you? It don't even be saying nothing wrong. It don't be saying no bullshit, and it's amazing what they block on that motherfucker. I'm gonna pinpoint some of these videos, and you be like, nigga, all Martin Luther King, they completely muted my Martin Luther King coming for your check speech. They completely muted that.
Yeah, it's hard to find those last couple of speeches, bro.
Well, see, that's
Very
why I
hard.
was telling. That's why I was saying, like, Martin got killed when he was saying all that shit. Within a couple of months, he was dead. And so, this is why white folk are not repeating these things or recognizing that it's there, because those speeches are not available for white folk. And they not looking for it either. Generally, when they type in stuff for Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., they just type in quotes for Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to tell niggers to get off our back.
White people didn't fuck with MLK till he couldn't speak for himself no more.
That's what I said. You missed the whole goddamn tribute. Thanks for showing up. With that being said, I would advise you to call the man Martin Luther King Jr. instead of MLK like white folk do. And if you have anything that you want to say about the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., life and death, you got the floor.
I mean, he was one of our champions. He was like Moses.
Yeah, he parted the Red Sea, huh?
I mean, he did his damnedest.
Yeah, they cut him short, 39 years old, you know? But,
Same age as Malcolm.
yeah, it's a crazy number, ain't it?
Yeah.
White folk number tend to be 27, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Uh, um, owner, the one of the main reasons, not just tribute, Martin Luther King Jr., whose birthday was on yesterday. Um, but we were talking about generally, because we're getting ready to go into the raw shit that we didn't go into yesterday. Generally, the WWE tribute video to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Don't know if they did it last year. But this is the first year. Actually, Chad, if you could check it to that real quick.
I got you. I believe I saw it last year. Is it me or does the tributes get shorter and shorter every year?
Well, that I don't know. That we could
Yeah, it feels
discover
that way.
too. That we
I'm
could
gonna check it
discover.
out right now.
That we could discover too. But owner, the question is, do you believe that Triple H is going to um do the tribute this year for Dr. King?
We gonna see this man start doing tributes to Goebbels, Heinrich Himmler, before he do a tribute to MLK.
Okay. Um, like I said, this is the debut of Netflix. So they may try to have a hot opening or something like that. I hope that, and this is the thing that we came up with. I hope that Triple H doesn't do it. We need Triple H to continue to show how racist you are. We need Triple H to continue to show us that you don't see color. You know what I'm saying? Show us. So we was really, you really didn't miss anything. Like I said, we got our tribute out to the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., which I'm sure, by the way, you are going to check it out on the replay of Rasslin with Racism on YouTube, right?
Oh, absolutely, of
I
course,
mean, everybody that's listening to this right now is going to subscribe to Wrestling with Racism for more white truths, right?
100%, absolutely.
Talking to the people behind the computer, TV, or whatever you choose to listen to
And if you
Wrestling with
don't, I will
Racism on.
find you.
So
Yeah.
no, who said that? No, what the fuck, y'all can't
I'm
scare
just
people
playing, y'all.
like
I'm just
that.
playing. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm
Damn,
sorry.
God, that just make people think that we is the way that we is. Well, what the hell? Owner, I'm going to ask you this, because I asked these guys this. The media portrays American Negroes to be certain things. Are you a thief?
No,
Are you a murderer?
I've never killed anybody in my life.
Are you a thug?
I watch. Let me see how. I listen to Boy George.
When you gonna talk? Cause I'm trying to figure you out right quick.
I,
That
I
Backstreet
listen to
Boys
I listen
shit
to
threw me out.
you know what's the name?
You listen
Wham.
to a
I, I,
white
li- I like I
faggot.
like
Wow.
I like George Michael.
George Michael, cool. This motherfucker said a white fag. Like,
Hey, the Careless Whisper was
Okay,
lit.
but you wouldn't you. I mean, I'm trying to you wouldn't find a thuggish individual listening to let's say Hall and Oates.
I don't think so. You know, who got time to listen to Hall and Oates when you're out there thugging, right?
Who's
Who
listening to
got time to
Manual
listen to Phil
when you out there
Collins
with
when
the
you're
heat?
thugging?
I want to know why y'all go for the soulful white folk though. Y'all don't listen to fucking Frank Sinatra and shit. Like, goddamn,
I like the
Nah.
yeah.
Doobie Brothers.
Frank Sinatra, "Love to Be a Lady" is hit.
Y'all don't listen to motherfucking I was about to say Robin Thicke. I'm trying to go for the least soulful person in the history of
Bing Crosby.
yeah,
Who
yeah.
the hell is that?
Some motherfucker I used to always think was Bill Cosby when I seen him in the TV guide. Oh man, the TV
I
guide
think I
didn't do.
heard one song from him. What was it? Southern Cross?
I don't recall the song. I just know the name. I used to get his name mixed up with Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I
Bing
kind of
Cosby.
got
I used to
his
put
name
that.
mixed up.
What the fuck is his name? Oh man, Alan Thicke, not Robin Thicke. Alan Thicke is Daddy. That motherfucker was a singer.
That nigga was white.
And White, he sung the motherfucking Different Stroke song.
Never heard of him.
He played on Growing Pains to Daddy, White man. Um, that's all I remember on playing on. And that's what I'm saying. Like, how do shows like Growing Pains last? I tried to sit down and watch that shit, not in Full House. Like, what the fuck? How do these shows not only come on, but they get fucking reboots and shit? You know what I'm saying? And be on for so fucking long. That's why I was telling y'all to just low key go check out Dancing in September, though. You know, make sure y'all check that out. And also for everybody that's listening, you know, we are starting to do movie reviews once a month. And right now we're going through copyright issues with the Bamboozled one that we did. But we only did part one of that. We are going to do a part two possibly next weekend featuring a very special guest who will be revealed soon. Um, so be prepared for that um, within the next week or two. Um, let's go to Raw, which we didn't finish. Now we're going to get back more on the wrestling based. Owner, you got anything before we get started for real?
No, we can move on.
All right, cool. Um, Penta came in. He's the talk of the week. He's a Mexican luchador. Anybody want to tell me about this guy in detail? Mike, you the international man. You want to tell me about Penta and everything that you know?
Yeah, he was. If I remember correctly, he was like a former world champion in TNA.
How come I never heard of this guy? I mean,
He
I
was in
know Ray
Lucha
Phoenix.
Underground,
That's where I first saw LU Lucha Underground.
and then
Yeah,
him and his brother
he
Ray
was
were in
cooking in Lucha
AEW,
Underground.
and they had that feud with
Oh,
the
so
Young Bucks. They
Phoenix.
were like,
Wait a minute, hold on. Penta is not Ray Phoenix.
Nah, those are two different
Penta
people.
is
I
his
believe they're
Ray
brothers.
Phoenix is his brother.
Okay.
So was Penta at AEW?
Yeah,
Yeah, he was a tag team champion
he's
with his brother.
yep,
So
and
wait
he
a
was
minute.
also in a faction with Eddie Kingston.
Hmm
So wait a minute. Ray Phoenix is still in AEW, right?
Yeah, he's still in
That they
AEW.
just removed them. They just removed them yesterday.
That's
Uh,
what. Okay, here's the thing. Last week, when I was telling y'all that I thought that AEW was holding them back or something, that's who I thought Penta was, Ray Phoenix. And y'all was saying like no, okay, I got it mixed up. Like I said, I don't know these people like that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So that's what I was saying. I thought that so they technically both of them was trying to leave at one time, but they kept Ray Phoenix back, right?
Yeah, you know the story.
Hmm.
They added that injury time on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I knew I was right,
Injury
man. Don't
time.
fucking sit up there and tell me okay, man. What y'all? I knew I was right. I be knowing what I be talking about, even though I don't know these people. But oh, cause that fucked with me. I'm like, nah, ain't that a bitch? Cause but I did think that Penta was Ray Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so is Penta the as good as white folk reputation say he is? Is his reputation as good as white folks say it is?
Mm,
He do that style better than a lot of people, but I mean,
I
it's that
noticed.
style. So
Huh?
it's that lucha style. It's not like I mean, it's not super clean. You know, this shit is not the most smoothest shit, but he pull that shit up. For what he do.
He's
also,
not bad.
Penta
He's
is
solid
more
in the ring.
grounded. That's what I like about Penta. He's more grounded than other luchadors.
I noticed that too. I noticed that they didn't let him fly all over the place in the beginning of the match. And the basis of him was not flying all over the place.
Yeah, he's more technical.
I was highly impressed. Cause I can't lie. Especially with the luchador style because I'm not the biggest luchador fan of today. Of
Hmm.
today, a lot of yesterday's really was a miss for me too. You know, my white folks sit up here and say that Juventud Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio, the ECW match was like this greatest of all time type shit. Well, it wasn't. You
I
know,
think I think Eddie was a better workout than Mexicans.
huh?
That's because Eddie always went off script.
Well,
Eddie was not gonna go on script. He was gonna improvise. That's the difference between a lot of them.
Eddie was the master at
Yep.
a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
He could
Execution,
he could
execution.
wrestle any style you needed him to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eddie Guerrero do what I got, what I call got it. He got it. Some people just got it. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Able to adapt.
when he was even able to adapt the size. God damn, I was looking at Eddie Guerrero before and after that motherfucker. That's why he died. He died of
No, there's a
steroids.
difference between Intercontinental Mamacita Eddie
Yeah,
and I'm about to take the WWE Championship from
Oh yeah,
Brock
that nigga
Lesnar Eddie.
Traps is
Those
about
are
to swallow his
two
shit.
different. Man, and
man, that nigga
he
back,
pulled his peck off, and it was still bulging out the shirt.
that motherfucker back was. Remember I
He's
told you about my new supervisor, big ass back. And her shit is like double that size though. You got to see what I'm talking about. Like you know how it's just big and bulky at the fucking shoulders. It's just I'm telling you, dog. Oh my god, man, I can't wait. I'm gonna take a picture, dog, because y'all got to see how she built. My bad. I can't name dropping none of that shit. I'm going to a script like a motherfucker. But yeah, this one lady, boy, she built like a goddamn. It's like a popsicle stick holding up the big ass shoulders. Uh, she like a pest dispenser. It's nothing in the middle. It's just a big ass top. You know what I'm saying?
she built like them
Um,
apartments on the Jetsons, where you got
duh.
all that
Oh
property up
my
there, and
god.
then there's a
Why you
laundromat.
say the Jetsons?
Built like the
Damn.
Hunchback of Notre Dame. Quasimodo.
Yeah, yeah, but with
She
straight,
built like
yeah, but with
Kami's
straight
hideout.
shoulders. But when I tell you, it's a square of nothing in between her hips and the top of her legs. And she got so big for her to be a big woman like that. She got big woman legs. I can respect that. But it's like a big empty square of a space of nothing. Like normally people who ain't got no ass be looking sucked in and shit. Y'all got to see what I'm talking about. I can't keep describing this shit. Y'all got to see this for yourself to believe it. Nigga, all I see is back pain with that woman. We really went way off script. I'm gonna scrub that one. I gotta bookmark that part and scrub all that. I'm name dropping this shit. She might come across me like, I heard your voice. I thought that was you. You be saying some real shit. And she gonna corner me and try to get me to listen. Okay, look. Um uh yeah, I
She
had to
gonna
take
corner you and say, "I want you, and I'm gonna have you."
when I see big bitches like that, I be thinking they be trying to do that shit. Like, I'm gonna eat you alive. Like, what, man? What?
Thank God you was in Detroit because if that was a Jamaican woman, oh, you would have had a case by now.
Oh my God! No, the thing is, I think she is Caribbean. I'm gonna ask her though because she got that gap in her tooth, and she be wearing them long ass nails. Oh, I'm definitely cutting this shit.
The further away from the water, the better. Trust me.
Mm, we getting way off track. Penta. Um. So I like that debut. That was a nice match. Everything was nice about it. It was a little leg drop spot that was, but they that wasn't
He
no
cleaned that
mistakes
up.
happened.
He cleaned that up pretty well, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you wrestling in the WWE ring for the first time, it's different. It's different ropes. It's different size. All this other shit. That's something that they gonna get over. You know what I'm saying? On the other end, it make me sound like a bad person to give them credit, but then have to discredit them. I'm sorry, Ray Phoenix. There's a problem in the WWE that doesn't concern you, but I don't want to see you. Penta being in the WWE hurts Trick Williams' progress. Penta being in the WWE hurts Carmelo Hayes' progress. Penta being in the WWE hurts Xavier Woods, whether he do something with Kofi Kingston and Big E or not. It hurts Xavier Woods, the American Negro. Can anybody besides me explain, owner, how it hurts these brothers?
Well, you don't see big crossover, Negro X going down to CMLL or these Mexican promotions and getting big paydays, or East Asia even.
That is true.
But they're telling us American Negro wrestling fans that um, if you didn't pay attention in Spanish class, that's your fault. You don't know what Penta said in his promo the other day.
Mm, mm, mm. Somebody
I
hit you with
seen the
that?
promo. Surprisingly, it was all English
Nah,
from what I've
he
seen.
started Spanglishing it up at
Nah,
the end.
He did start off Spanish.
yeah,
In Spanish, excuse me, in Spanish, he gave high praise to Mexico and Mexicans and was happy that he got his Mexican support. I mean, they was in the Mexican city, Sacramento or some shit. It was a big Mexican
San
population.
Antonio,
You know,
I think.
so, no, they was in California,
They were in
Ooh.
San Jose.
San
Oh
Jose.
damn, they were
Yeah, so
in Mexico.
they was in Mexico. And but for him to have all this pride, and I'm glad that y'all here and around me, thank you. We're gonna have pinata and fucking churros after the show and shit. Which by the way, when I was down in Florida, it was the churro truck that used to be over in the area that I was at. Boy, thumbs up, Maxies. Thumbs up.
And
Churros is ooh.
having the debut in San Jose, that was real strategic on WWE part,
I
so they
mean,
can get
of
that
course
crowd
it
reaction.
was. No, I mean, of course it was, but the thing is, he don't carry Mexico everywhere he go. So it don't matter if he's in California. It doesn't matter if he's in Michigan. It doesn't matter if he's in New York. It doesn't matter if he's in North Carolina. It doesn't matter if he's in Texas, Florida, or Mississippi. He is going to carry Mexico wherever he is. Chad, is he going to be condemned for carrying Mexico everywhere he go?
Absolutely not.
Why?
The fact that they, I mean, I take it. Yeah, that's nice for the Mexicans and everything, but they are allowed, and it seems that they are more prioritized than other groups. And by other groups, I mean, of course, American Negroes. Um, that was not scripted. He said what he wanted to say.
Yeah.
Um,
He had the
can
hold on.
you?
He had the opportunity to say what he
Yeah.
wanted to say, right? Now, I don't know where
Yes.
Trick from. I don't know what set he claimed. If Trick Williams was to go out there and practically do the same fucking shit with a row of his homeboys out there. You know what I'm saying? Family out there crying and shit. Could he throw
Mhm.
up them can he throw up them fingers and say what he wanna say?
Cut to the camera on the black girl. Yeah, crying. No, no,
No.
no,
No. You don't think so? I don't think
not at
No,
so
all.
when they
either.
have black people family up on the show, they walking out on them.
Oh, ooh,
Hmm.
ooh, oh, oh, oh. Whoa! And
With sexual chocolate and Sammy. Yeah,
speaking of that, they haven't had a match on Netflix yet, right?
not one. 2 weeks in,
White folk told me they the hottest act on the show. Get out of here. You know,
but the
white folk.
but
I listen.
HBK,
I need white folk to stop talking to me. Whether
HBK,
y'all in my favor or not, stop talking to me, white
HBK.
folk.
But
Please,
but
just
but don't
stop.
but don't be
Fucking
mad.
stinking ass motherfuckers.
The New
They
Day are
stink.
gonna wrestle on Martin Luther King Day. Okay,
Who? Huh?
exactly.
Did they just figure this shit out? Who?
Yeah, yeah.
Who
Next week,
wrestling
the
on
New
Martin Luther
Day.
King? Huh?
The New Day will be here next week. There goes your Martin
What?
Luther King tribute. Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. There you go.
New Day was on Netflix before anybody else on the WWE, but white folk ain't ready to talk about that. I'm just
That's
saying.
a fact. That's a
Oh,
fact.
with the Undertaker. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Where is that, by the
I'm,
way? Is that gonna pop up in the suggestions
well,
every
you
we
know, that
go
was some Halloween shit. You know, that was
through?
some Halloween shit. But white folk don't want to say nothing about that. Xavier Woods said that he was the first one for TNA to have success, and white folk out there losing their mind. So I'm just saying, white, American Negroes could never talk about their accomplishments without some type of white pushback. Mike, why is that?
If I had to guess, probably because they don't want any positive depiction of American Negroes.
Are you declaring here and now that right here in 2025 that white folk don't like uppity niggers?
White folks don't want any positivity around American Negroes.
Because in reality, according to white folk, it
It
doesn't
That's why
destroys
exist,
they
their
right?
take
narrative.
5 or 6 or 7 or 8 fucked up niggas and attribute it to all Negro people.
Yeah. Oh man, per capita. uh, that
Well,
yeah.
let's per capita.
Yeah.
They
If
sex
you
crimes
show
against
'em
children
when
and women.
white people commit more crime, they immediately get quiet when it's like, wait a minute, white people are shown to commit way more crimes than American Negroes.
Look at all the
And when
Why
you
is
show
it
them
that? Why is
stats,
it that they? Why is it that they choose to say per capita when even with per capita, y'all people still you're saying that to excuse your behavior. Who takes more accountability for black crimes than black people? Don't you shake your head when you see a certain story? You know, don't you put these people down for doing certain things? Well, now why these niggas have to do that? This, that, and other. Don't you do that? You may not do it publicly. I don't, but I do. You know what I'm saying? Can't understand this, that, and the other. Dumbass cousin. You know what I'm saying? Who take accountability for American Negroes more than American Negroes? We have no choice but to accept that shit. But once we get that out the way, yeah, they was stupid for robbing that lady. Yeah, he didn't have to kill her. Let's talk about y'all crimes. No, per capita. Nobody ever takes accountability, right? Never. Ever. They expect us to, but they won't. I get into it with these motherfuckers all the time. Going in these circles. These motherfuckers literally got to dance around them not wanting to talk about their crimes. And I won't let them. I'll keep spinning your ass just like you spinning me. I'm going to take you counterclockwise. That shit sucks to be in that position. We can move on from this conversation once you take accountability. How about just saying, I don't like white people that do nasty shit to their children? How hard is it to say that? It makes me believe that you participate in those activities, right? Um,
Yeah.
so this Mexican Penta is well within his rights to have pride within himself and his people and have it presented on TV. But American Negroes have to just roll with the fucking punches. We represent America in the Olympics. That's pretty much it. Um, how far do y'all think they're gonna go with Penta? You think
Mm,
that I mean he put on a spectacular debut, but you know they could drop the ball on anybody at any given time. You know what I'm saying?
I would say they don't have to go far with him at all. I mean, Mexicans have their own establishments. When they come to the WWE, it's really a publicity stunt when you look at it. I mean, you look at
Yeah.
Alberto Del Rio on
Did you
paper.
just hear what you just said? They got their own establishments.
Yeah, AAA. They have multiple establishments in their homeland.
Mike,
Triple A, CMLL.
Mike,
Hmm.
you my international guy. Just off the top of your head right now, can you name all of the American Negroes currently wrestling internationally consistently?
No, I don't believe.
Can anybody name any American Negro that is wrestling outside of this country consistently?
I don't know. There's one. I'm not sure if he's an American Negro. Kevin Knight. He wrestled on.
I
He's
believe
in New
Kevin Knight
Japan, but I'm
is.
not sure.
I'm gonna have to double check, but I believe he is an American Negro.
That sounds like a Negro name.
Yeah,
I got
Yeah,
it
cousins
does.
named Kevin Knight. Like,
because he was a IWGP Junior Tag Champ with Kushida, and they lost those at Wrestle Kingdom to Robbie Eagles, and I can't remember the other guy's name.
Kevin Knight
But
is
I think it
actually
was
really
Robbie.
good.
Yeah, he
Who
is.
did he face in that first match? In the
I just checked the paperwork on him. That's one. Why that nigga look like Jimmy Butler?
Come on with the comparing Negroes right now, Chad.
My
Man, you doing with the white? No, I'm bullshit. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
bad.
Because I'm trying to figure out if you got a picture of James Hurton in that motherfucker. What the fuck going on there?
Nah. But kid, what is he? 28.
Like you got a Kwame Kilpatrick in that
I mean, yeah, you
motherfucker.
can just look at Kevin and tell he an American Negro.
Oh wait, you talking about the picture on Clubhouse?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my baby picture.
You spruced that. I was about to say somehow you spruced that motherfucker up. Cause some nigga look like
that's my
I'm
yeah.
like, this nigga look like
That's
a
a
young
picture from
ass
'96.
huh?
That's like me in '96, I think.
Nigga look like a young ass James Hurton and shit. I
Damn,
knew
so you
something was
actually
off with
remember
this
9/11?
motherfucking picture. I'm like, dog, hold on a minute.
See, when you know,
Everybody see my picture. Did I say why I got this picture on air chat or did I tell you that privately?
I believe you brought it up because you want to remind white folks of what they did to this great man. With that being said, I should have put a picture of Emmett Till on mine to
Do what
remind
you
white
want
folks
to.
of what they can get,
Uh
what they usually get away with.
Like I said, I don't like seeing this. I hate that I got to put that on there, but it is a reminder because anybody that tell me anything about the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., tell me why you killed him. That's something that white folk won't take accountability for either. You know what I'm saying? Um, um, so y'all do believe that they are going to put more effort behind Penta than they would a debuting Trick Williams?
Yeah, I mean, look what they did.
That was amazing. That was a good one.
Yeah,
But I don't think they're gonna feature anybody like that. You know what I'm saying? I think that since he's the most new lucha that they that and Chad Gable was a great opponent for him. Chad Gable did some truly heel shit that night. You know, I'm just not buying Chad Gable unless he's facing smaller people. All right. You're not Kurt Angle, bro. It's just not gonna happen. You just too damn small. He's a very tiny person. And that sucks.
shout out to 205 Live.
If he was a few inches taller, I could buy Chad Gable. You know what I'm saying? He did an
Mhm.
amazing job. I'm just not gonna buy my son, who's growing into an adolescent, beating his ass. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Um, I mean, honestly, when they come up with Chad Gable, who got to be 5'6", 5'7", say he's a world champion. Mike, are you buying that shit in this day? Y'all want to see Darby Allen be fucking champion?
That man, 145 pounds, bro. No way.
I mean,
Not really.
okay,
They got
he
Chad
doing a
Gable
fucking
billed at
backflip into a
500.
goddamn empty ass chair. World champion? Come on now.
Dude does too many dumbass stunts.
That's not what you want to see out of a world champion, right?
Nope.
Y'all do know that Mick Foley held the WWF title for less than a month combined,
Yeah.
right? What's the reason for that? All he do is keeps the story going.
That's. I mean, we talking about making Spike Dudley the world champion. Come on.
There we go. Love Spike. Love Spike. Spike, one of my favorite wrestlers. Y'all don't
Love
even
the
know.
hell out of Spike,
I was a little snot nosed little punk in the industry. Spike Dudley came up,
bro. I'm
bought
mad
a
as
six
hell when they
pack
broke
of
his neck.
Milwaukee's, bought a six pack of Milwaukee's best. Some cheap, nasty ass beer. We drunk that shit. Spike had his match that night. Took a little piece of the table that was broke and asked him to sign it. That was a merc for Spike Dudley. Great guy.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
great
Wait, you
guy.
really took a piece of the broken table?
Don't be a merc. Oh, Mike.
No,
Don't
I
be.
remember when who was
It's
that?
really not that
Rene
exciting
Dupree.
20 years later.
Oh.
Who was that? Was that Rene Dupree that broke his neck that time?
Who broke his neck? I remember his neck getting broken. I just don't remember how or when it happened.
It was a table spot. They slammed. They dropped. They powerbombed the
Oh
nigga on the
yeah, he
table.
hit it the back of his head. There was a lot of resistance that did that. They did like
Yeah,
a spine buster or some
I
shit.
hated them niggas,
Yeah, I hated them anyway. They came out gay. I like
La
that theme
Resistance,
music
was
though.
that
That
with
just seemed
Ron Conway and Renee Dupree?
no. It was Sylvain Grenier and Rene Dupree. It may have been Rob Conway. I
Okay.
just don't know what section of La Resistance it was. So it could have been. It was two different types of La Resistance. But yeah, Mike, I had Spike Dudley sign me a table. I'm fucking with
but that's one of the spots that I'll
you.
never forget.
The excitement that he had with that was just high. But no, but honestly, let me stop. Because 20 years ago when that shit happened, then yeah, I was that excited. Like, oh my God, Spike Dudley signed the table and I drank some beers with him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell y'all I seen motherfucking Buff Bagwell smoking the rock on the toilet seat. You know what I'm saying? But
Damn, you just
God
told.
damn.
We know he
Nigga,
smoked right.
the
You
dark
just told.
side of wrestling.
the funny part is, I confronted the motherfucker about it publicly, and he must not have known who he was talking to. And he admitted to doing every drug up under the sun but crack. That's the funny part. That I gotta find that. That's the funny part. That's the funny part. That's the funny part. He admitted to doing every drug up under the sun, but he said that he never smoked crack. That's the funny part. Rasslin with racism. You heard it here first. In Pontiac, Michigan. Give me a couple of days. I'll find out the name of the venue. It's for XICW. Yeah. Look it up. Look it up. The historical, you know, results and shit. Let me get the exact date. I got you. I just felt like doing that. I could name drop that. I don't like Buff Bagwell. Um, I don't know how the hell that came up, and I don't know where we at right now. Okay, Mexicans.
He was talking about Spike, but yeah. We was talking
No,
about
no, no. I want to close out the Mexicans real quick. Because deportation 2025, they are about to get deported, right? You trust Donald Trump?
Yeah,
You trust Donald Trump gonna do that correctly? In sincerity?
I
Say the
see it.
only Mexicans that's gonna be left is the ones that maintain Mar-a-Lago, right? All right,
Yeah,
we're gonna
I
see.
could see it.
Time gonna tell.
I see.
Time will tell. You know.
Correction, Mar-a-Lago is kept by low-level Sambos and mostly Cubans. So, mm,
Yeah, I believe
if
so.
you ain't got papers as any type of illegal, you got to go. The cracker that they put in charge of that border looked like he don't play. I could see the hat and the whip on horseback that much. So,
I rode around Mar-a-Lago. I thought it was just gonna be all types of shit hanging all outside and shit. It was one limousine out there on the side of the house that made it like, all right, try something stupid if you want to. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of closed off, but there's certain areas to where you can like peek and be like, okay, I see something, you know, this, that, and the other. Here across this little waterway. Uh, but you can fish in that area. You just can't fish right there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but trying to think. Oh, let me close out these Mexicans right quick because you got Rey Mysterio. You know, you got Dominic. You got a lot of fucking Mexicans. Ray Phoenix may end up coming. You know what I'm saying? Um, you got a lot of Mexicans and shit. Um,
I
who are
think that's
proud
been
Mexicans?
confirmed
Who are
already by
proud
the Patriots.
Mexicans and able to represent? You know, I got a feeling when Trick Williams come in, they're gonna put him back with Carmelo. You know, I wonder what type of conversations these motherfuckers having. Trick Williams probably like, damn man, I need the money, but I don't want to be stuck with your motherfucking ass. Well, my career got to placate off of your career. You know what I'm saying? We don't even share the same skin tone. You understand what I'm saying? We don't even share the same tone, but they have to continue to put us together because they can't find no individual success for me or you. So they gonna be together for 5 years before niggas get tired of 'em. You know what I'm saying? I hate that they broke them up because why would you get to the main roster and trust this nigga again? It make Trick Williams look stupid. It make Carmelo Hayes look stupid because you acted like you was so much above this nigga. Come to find out, only through booking, you ain't shit. Why do y'all believe that American Negroes cannot have individual success in the WWE? Why are Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson two head shaking hood rat bitches? Why are Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi these gown girl females? Can anybody answer to those questions? Mind you,
I
y'all haven't seen Dancing in September yet.
I've seen it.
You did.
Yeah, I've
So is
seen it.
that the answer to your question as to why they are the way that they are?
WWE doesn't want. They only want one vision for FBA wrestlers, and if if they're not using the usual stereotypes, if these Black American wrestlers don't have the usual stereotypes, they won't accept it.
I mean, aren't they making Ashante Adonis a sexual deviant right now?
yes, they are. Got him
See
fighting
where that's
two
leading
two
to.
different white women.
Mm-hmm. Hey, they kissed on the lips the other day. Is that the first interracial kiss on the lips in professional wrestling history?
Nope.
It's not. Who has been in the interracial kisses?
It
Oh,
was
between black and white.
it was a melanated tether by the name of Bobby Lashley, who is dead, and
Chad. I
Lana.
mean, I thought we had this discussion specifically. I thought we did. I thought we had this discussion specifically.
That's the only instance.
Bobby Lashley is not an American Negro.
No.
I said between black and white.
Oh. Viscera and I forgot the other
Oh,
one.
thank you, God. Shit, thank you. Viscera and Lillian Garcia.
Yeah,
Mark Henry and China. Did they
I thought
kiss?
we was. I thought you was just saying melanated people.
No. Uh,
Okay,
Bobby
then I
Lashley
heard
is
that
not. No, I'm sorry. You got. If you had said Obafemi and somebody, I probably wouldn't have went as her. Bobby Lashley is dead to this program.
Yeah, he's dead.
He dead to this program. Um, until he died in real life. You want to erase blackness? Go. Go ahead on and go. Take your fucking fake ass black kids with
Oh, so fuck that. We erase you on this program.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like that shit. Oh, that shit isn't no. I don't like that shit.
Now, and another thing, I saw the three table sit down joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her. I didn't. The cadence of what he said that shit like. I don't need to see the third instance, bro. He mean that shit.
The new blacks. They the new blacks.
That shit make my stomach turn, bro.
As if
The fuck
blacks
does
is
that
not
mean?
capable. As if blacks is not capable of doing that. You know.
New blacks like, hey, they like these black people that went to college and suddenly they discover their blackness or what?
Yeah.
What do you
Y'all
mean?
keep rolling with that. I need a couple of seconds. Keep rolling with what y'all going with.
Mike,
That yeah.
you saw Raw?
Raw, I did not see it.
Yeah.
Seen a couple
All right.
clips.
All right. You seen SmackDown, right?
So I seen part of Penta's promo. And I think I
Nah, but
seen
like last week,
last week.
yeah. The point I'm trying to get across, I'm being real vague about it. That's my bad. Like you see how they got uh Carmelo Anthony hanging in the background, always by catering. You got the New Day drinking out of steel cups on the debut, always in the back.
Yeah,
Why do they just constantly put us in catering? Like, what is that about? I'm really taking that personally.
they don't want to give American Eagles an opportunity to shine.
I mean, but damn, but to put us in the back where, like, it's already like a cliche of you ain't shit, you back there in catering. Every fucking week, we in the background,
They don't want any risk of FBA's getting over because they got enough.
bro. I think I know. I
Because
think I know what the
sound like
fear is.
Bianca and them, they wouldn't have to do much to get over. They don't have to do much to get over.
And
Because if
they
you
know
really
for a
give them an
fact once
opportunity,
we
they'd wash a lot of the other right wrestlers out the water, blow them out the water.
main example, I'm always giving some of my family members that be watching the shit is Montez Ford, who I believe is the most talented wrestler on the roster that is held back consistently. And it was
Yes,
almost like an awakening when HBK said, asked the question, what does Cody Rhodes do that Montez Ford can't? Nobody can answer that question correctly because there's no good answer for it. It completely fuck up the argument of, oh, the WWE is putting out a good product.
yep. Montez Ford has the potential to become like if you put him on his own single, I could see him being world champion if you give him the opportunity. But they won't.
It is not because it's a bad business decision. It's an excellent business decision.
And I ask y'all, first of all, my wife said hello, but we are gonna have to get ready to wrap it up because she wanted her daddy tonight. And the thing is though, why don't y'all give Angelo Dawkins the same respect that y'all give Montez
I
Ford?
fuck
And I'm gonna
I
say
fuck with
this. I'm gonna
I
say
fuck with
this.
Angelo Dawkins.
I'm gonna say this. The reason why I say that is because a lot of people view Angelo Dawkins as the weak link. Some people have reported that uh, 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 Montez Ford don't want to leave because he's worried about the future of Angelo Dawkins, and that's crazy. It's crazy to even think like that because why can't they give them individual success like they gave Edge and Christian? You know what I'm saying? Christian may not be a multi-time world champion, but he stood up. He's the greatest, one of the greatest intercontinental champions of all time, one of the greatest European champions of all time, and had some of the most memorable storylines of all times. Ash Cream, Trish Stratus. You know what I'm saying? Successful WWE run. Didn't have to be world champion, and then still became a world champion.
Not just that. Look at Angelo Dawkins next to everybody else in that tag division. Look at Angelo Dawkins standing next to Montez One, standing next to Johnny Gargano, standing next to Tommaso Ciampa, standing next to the Machine Guns. Look, tell me, standing next to them four little crackers, that he can't just bang their heads together like some drums and kill them instantly.
I just don't understand. Like, Luther Vandross don't have the look for white folk. Luther Vandross is a fat ass man with an S curl. And he's gay, sweating all over the motherfucking place. One of the greatest singers of all times. But white folk could never put his face all over their place, they space, because of his look. I'm more inclined to think that white folk is not accepting Angelo Dawkins' look.
And I think it's that too. Like he not in the greatest shape. Like he not no
No,
chisel or
oh
nothing.
no,
But he
he
a big
worked
dude.
on
He a
that. Nope, he
big
worked
dude.
on that with Montez Ford, and he is in great shape. He's
Montez
in great
Ford
shape.
looked like a fucking action figure. Like,
No, I mean that's true. He's not in that type of shape, but his body is not made to be.
he can be. He a powerhouse. Like he can just like throw niggas around. Like just make
Man,
people
the
take
way he
bumps.
did Braun Strowman, man, that shit had tears in my motherfucking eyes. For this motherfucker to do that and motherfucking get the motherfucking pin, suddenly, that's when they fail.
But they let Gunther fat ass up there be the champion. They
That's a
let
fact.
fucking Kevin
I'm
Owens
happy
fat
you made.
ass.
His body so
Yep.
goddamn awkward. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? He lost all that weight and his body is awkward than a motherfucker.
Yep. HBK, to your point, that man has been in the gym working hard, and
Yeah,
he
that's
has
why I
lost
say
the weight.
don't overlook that. He was a little
Yeah.
fat ball when before, but when Montez got his shit together, Angelo Dawkins got his shit together too.
For real.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
nigga look like a fucking NFL lineman.
Yeah,
Yeah. He was a fat nigga that got
pull them
smaller.
out them motherfucking shorts and put some tights on them or something. Change these
Yep.
motherfuckers. Look, see, my thing is like I
Yep.
said, y'all still want to go one way with these people. The Street Profits as the tag team has been the exact same since they fucking started. Why can't you change them? If you're gonna keep them together for so long, why can't you change them? They change everybody else. All this was discussed in part one. So by the way, if y'all haven't checked out part one, check it out. It's available on YouTube right now. But like I said, like we mentioned in the part one, they elevated Kurt Angle so many times. They elevated Chris Jericho so many times. They elevated Hulk Hogan so many times. They elevated John Cena. They elevate Undertaker. How many reincarnations did the Kane go through? They elevate all these people so many times, but Bianca Belair for years have to be exactly the way that she is now. Same thing with the Street Profits. Now we at the point to where Truth is going on 10 years as the most ignorant nigger of all time. What American Negro have they ever in wrestling ever elevated to be better than what they have been? And like I said, we may not be tired of Bianca, but trust and believe, white folk are. And when they are ultimately at their max tired of her, they are going to justify her release. I don't understand how people don't see this shit. I don't understand how people don't see this shit. Y'all sitting up here thinking because Bianca Belair is so fucking successful right now that she can't get clapped 2 years from now. As you can see with Odyssey Jones, all it takes is an allegation. Who's to say that the WWE didn't plant this bitch to do some shit like that? Don't think that they won't do no petty fucking shit like that. Stop acting like white folk have to call you nigger to your face when they could do the work behind your back. That's where they most successful at. History shows that these motherfuckers are the most arch deceitful people in the fucking world. That's why America exists today. So, y'all gotta excuse me. Sorry, I get a little emotional sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like a lot of Negroes, handkerchief head, pecker towel niggers, Just don't fucking get this shit. And y'all let y'all fandom get the best of you. Listen, hey, I love wrestling. I get it. Wrestling is the fucking shit. But damn, when a motherfucker is playing in your face, when a motherfucker is playing in your face, y'all act like this ain't an issue that we had 10 years from now. Social media has just started opening up more and more and more and more. More than likely, niggas was bitching about this shit in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? In the 80s, in the 2000s. But the more that y'all keep falling for this shit, the more that we are going to disappear. And it's happening. And it's happening in real time. And for the fact that y'all are accepting this shit now, you're going to have no choice to ultimately accept it when it does happen. When there are no Negroes wrestling in 5 years on television, AEW or WWE. So I suggest you fight now to avoid it, or else face your brokenheartedness, or just accept all of these people around the world entertaining you, with the exception of you. Let your children see that American Negroes doesn't exist in the world of professional wrestling. You want your son to grow up and be just like Penta? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna pick up the baton? We got a show to run. Who? I mean, what the fuck?
I was checking something.
Huh?
But yeah, if they want,
Yo, audience, we're
if
gonna let y'all
FBA
sit with that
wrestlers
for a second.
WWE, if F if FBA wrestlers want to make a change, they would have to collectively leave WWE, pull their resources together, make their own promotion, and go for it.
Hey, go for it. You know, the WWE created this image to where this is the place to want to be with all the history behind it. You know, black people want to integrate themselves in the history of Stone Cold, Steve Austin, John Cena, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund, Billy Graham. We want to etch ourselves in that piece of history so fucking bad that we don't even think that creating our own shit is the right thing to do. Because that history, that white history of the WWE is so fucking rich. That's crazy when you think about that, ain't it?
Yeah,
And that's why, even though Negroes is going to accept this abuse, yeah, we feel some type of way about not seeing Negroes successful consistently, genuinely. But damn, the WWE is just so damn entertaining. Do American Negroes view wrestling the way that white folk view our entertainers, to the point to where they will pay top dollar to go see them? Did y'all understand the question?
yeah,
If a ticket to a Michael Jackson concert was $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, one ticket, white folk will pay for that, wouldn't they?
yeah,
Is that the same effect with us? Uh, these white folk entertain us so much, especially in the instance of the WWE, that yeah, I will give them my money. Is that what y'all think this is?
Mm, no, hell no, not today. If it was say 30 years ago when Stone Cold was walking out there, then hell yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to see
Yeah,
no
Stone
fucking
Cold
punk
The
ass
Rock.
suffer out.
But John Cena,
I
nah.
don't want you. I don't want you to think for yourself though. I want you to think for these other Negroes that are watching. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. The WWE money is automatic at this point. It's gonna roll just because that's what's in place, right? They got contracts for their money to be dispensed year after year, right? So even if they ticket sales were to fall off and merchandise and shit were to fall off, WWE is still gonna be in great position, right? So if whatever percentage of American Negroes stop watching WWE altogether, it would not hurt them. If American Negroes stop watching AEW, the ones that do, it would not hurt them because no American Negroes are generally watching that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, out of the 300 that they average, the 300,000 that they average, how many of them do you really think is American Negroes?
It'd be tethers and shit. If anything,
I say it's in its dozens of I'd say it's less than a dozen thousand than a dozen why am I saying a dozen thousand? Less than 1,000 people watching around the country because the WWE is to go all to be all, but AEW have no incentives for American heroes. You know, um, it was another person, Dion Lennox. Y'all familiar with him? I think he had NXT level up, light skinned cat. He used to play football. I forgot who. Be one of them pretty boys. And I remember about a year ago, um, he had a gimmick to where he was playing like this playboy or some shit, but then he took off his glasses. I mean, when I say pretty boy, they got him prettied up. You know what I'm saying? Light skinned cat. And he took off his glasses and just came to this menace. Menace, and you just gotta see it. I gotta find it. But if y'all not familiar, Dion Lennox, and he has been an NXT level up for a minute. So he probably ready to go to NXT because Obafemi was walking the hallway and he was on NXT and he walked up to him and said, "Hi, I'm Dion Lennox and I'll be challenging you for the NXT title one day." And Obafemi looked at him and kept on walking. And then that's when they transitioned to Adonis kissing or that white girl um, down there sexually assaulting Adonis. It was literally that same transaction. So I like what they could possibly do with Deion Lennox. If he want to start off as a pretty boy, then he take his glasses off and have some menacing uh, feel to him. That'll be great. That'll be unique. Um, yeah, okay, y'all there?
Yeah. Oh,
It's act like
Yeah,
we get so man.
I'm low key
I
trying
was
to
just
look
looking
up
up a
this.
picture. The nigga you
Yeah,
talking about, Dion Lennox.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
running paper for myself.
the picture ain't gonna do no justice. Y'all got to look at the promos because it's like y'all got to see the switch up. It's low key cold.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube looking at this
Oh,
stuff right
swear.
he's
now.
light skinned.
Yeah. All
Is
right.
he
So
an
since we
immigrant
is
or is
on
he one of us?
I believe he's an American Negro. He don't even look like one of them light skinned niggas that's mixed with white. He probably your complexion maybe a little more yellower. You know what I'm saying? Not whiter, but yellow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause there's some yellow ass niggas out here now.
Nah, he look legit to me. Don't
Yeah,
look
he looked
verified.
legit. You know, the waves and shit hit.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I he more like Isaiah Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? Actually, no, because he really yellow, so he more. I don't know. Let me see myself. But listen, man, I don't need y'all to all take time to look through this shit because we is on the program. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta talk this shit out and let the audience work that shit out. You know?
I think the nigga like
Okay, again,
Decent.
man. Look, dog, we are doing a fucking program. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's move on. What else happened on Raw?
yeah.
It was a card. We already covered the CM Punk shit and everything. Hold on, let me pull the card
Yeah, we just finally got out of the Penta situation and the Hispanics and all that other different shit.
Yeah.
So after that,
There's a new women's title.
Sheamus and fucking Sheamus did. Yeah, we don't have to talk about Sheamus. The women's intercontinental title. Okay, how many American Negro women wrestled in that tournament?
up. I think it was only one. And that was beef that she was knocked out the first
That was the U.S. title tournament. How many
round. Okay,
American Negro women wrestled in the intercontinental title tournament?
I don't think any.
Let's roll with none. No, did Naomi wrestle in there? Okay, so we'll figure that out when it's time. Key is no American Negro women won. An American Negro did not win the women's U.S. title. An American Negro wasn't even considered to win the Intercontinental title. You know, like I said, um, why is it that American Negroes can't be the first of anything? You know, how much would it have made AEW stand out if they had a black world champion first? You know. Our truth, Ron Killings won the TNA title a couple of weeks after TNA debut. I understand why they gave it to Ken Shamrock first. Ken Shamrock was a name. Ken Shamrock was a name they haven't heard or seen in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? He was still in
Crossed
great
over
shape.
from UFC to WWF.
Huh? Yeah.
Crossed over from UFC to WWF.
No, yeah, no, I'm just saying everybody knew Ken Shamrock's story history, and by that point, they haven't seen him in a couple of years. You know, he left the WWF in 1999, and TNA started in 2004, 2003,
2002.
2002. So at that point, they haven't seen him in 3 years. So I understand why they gave it to him in that initial program. Name value. You know what I'm saying? But then our truth was a new talent still. I know he was K Quick in the WWF, but obviously they didn't do shit with him. You know what I'm saying? So he was fresh eyes for a lot of people, and they put the trust behind him to hold the title. Problem is, they didn't let him keep it. You know, he held that title for like 2 months and stuff, and then it led to Jeff Jarrett, and ever since then, white supremacy been holding that title. You know what I'm saying? But at
Jeff
least Jeff
Jarrett's
Jarrett
reign of
did step
terror.
out and recognize that a black face is a new face. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And when is they gonna realize that? You know, these ratings are so low. You know, AEW. Why don't you try to step American Negroes up and just see if that's the key to your success? Why don't you
They could
just
have did
see?
a test run with Will Hobbs.
This would have been
Ha-
it.
yep. A way
It
to
will
course
also
correct
would
from
have
all
been
the
a
shitty
perfect
Death
time.
Rider story.
That shit is so trash. Like, I'm happy you brought that up. I'd be remiss not to mention that AEW's just lost the ratings war on Dynamite to NXT for 2 weeks straight. Uh, they would have been in a good position if they would have put Hobbs over.
I think
Just
they
to,
would have. You
yeah,
know,
that would have been perfect for them. Like the
shit,
week
we got
before,
this
you
big
build
ass
him to be
Obafemi.
this.
We got this big ass Obafemi as the
Hmm.
NXT champion. Well, we got a bigger powerhouse Hobbs as our champion. Now what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That
You
would
just lost
arouse
the
it
ratings
just
war.
off of them. Like, well, damn, we got a big Negro over here, and we got a big Negro over here. Who's the better Negro? That intrigues white folk. That intrigues them. It's something different. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Instead, you get the biggest motherfucker and you choke him out.
With a skinhead.
You get the biggest. Tony D'Angelo beat Obafemi twice. Hey, I like the matches. I'm not mad. Look where it led to. I like Tony D'Angelo. But why? I'm sorry, I take that back. But did Tony D'Angelo choke Obafemi out?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, well, I could recall one match he had him in a chokehold. You know, they had this hardcore match. Tony D'Angelo wasn't no bitch in there. You know, look, a bunch of people jumped on Powerhouse Hobbs and he lost. I mean, what's his name? Obafemi and he lost. But it didn't make Obafemi look like a bitch. As a matter of fact, he's the NXT Superstar of the Year and he's the champion. It's a way of doing things. If you gonna make somebody lose, don't make them look like a fucking sucker. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I'm not- and then you got beat down. Come on, when is we gonna realize that? Listen, I used to love Claudio Castagnoli in Ring of Honor. I was ecstatic when he got to the WWE. It's unfortunate that this guy doesn't have personality to step up and be a fucking champion. But damn, when we gonna let this motherfucker go? All right, I don't give a fuck about seeing your forearms and your swings anymore. I don't. All right, Willer Yuta look like every fucking Chinese man in the world. I don't care. Like, really, wh- Mike, you into these people? What the fuck do you see in Willer Yuta?
I don't really care about Wheeler Yuta.
I mean, look at the fucking name. He got a
Wheeler
fucking.
Yuta is a Chinese creative player with a Daniel Bryan moveset.
I mean, he looked like shit. He looked like he don't lift weights.
Wow, what group would want to recruit this motherfucker?
He need to shave his beard.
He don't look like he should have one, do he? Matter of fact,
Nope,
if he
nope.
shaved that motherfucker off, he would look like Bruce Lee. He got a fucking one of the Beatles haircuts and shit. Like, come on, man.
He'll look like
It
Player
is
63
nice.
from Squid
He
Game.
just looks stupid.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't want to see this. To be honest with you, from what I seen out of Willer Yuta, I wouldn't even want to watch him a Japanese wrestler. I'm just saying.
He looked like a jackass.
I, he looked like a jacket.
He looked like a jackass.
Oh, he is a jackass. You know, how dare you get in the wrestling ring and they let you? I
If he
just
was
don't
in like
see
the junior heavyweight division in Japan, okay, I'd be fine with seeing him. But heavyweight, nah.
in the main event. You know, they looking at you as a future world champion. Who else is in that group? Who is the bitch? Who is the bitch?
Marina Shafir,
Who is that? Why is she? What is that?
Generic white woman.
Roderick Strong's wife.
Oh, really? And
Yeah.
why do we still have a career? That's a question. I'm confused on the Roger Strong. Like, back in the day, Roger Strong is a very small person. Like, oh my God, Adam Cole, Roger Strong. Go look at the cruiserweights back in WCW back in the day.
And they bigger than these dudes.
That shit is crazy.
Like I be telling people like all that flippy athletic shit Will Ospreay do. Two Cold Scorpio did that shit and he was bigger than them.
He was fat. He one of them fat people that had like a pack, but like, it wasn't a six pack, but he had a little formation there. But he was fucking fat.
Even the old school niggas was a little bit. I mean, SS Rios was Seth Rollins size, but he's a cruiserweight.
He was. I mean, but the thing is, these people had a six pack. They had muscle mass. Rey Mysterio was very small, but he had a shape. You know what I'm saying? Juventud on them, they had a shape. Billy Kidman covered it up with a beater. Okay, it worked. All right. Jamie Noble was I mean, look at Shannon Moore. Look at Gregory Helms. Gregory Helms was very, very skinny. He covered it up with the hurricane shit.
Jeff Hardy, he wore clothes. He just
He wore
wore all them clothes.
clothes that made him look
Billy
bigger than what he
Kidman, when he
was.
wore the t-shirt and the jeans, he was looked more like a heavyweight.
I'm not gonna say he looked like it. We know that he's small, but the thing is, even if they look small, they carried themselves like big men. You didn't see fucking Jeff Hardy throwing Bradshaw all over the place. He used his fucking feet. You know what I'm saying? He used his feet and he used his aerial skills to get these motherfuckers down. It wasn't body slamming them and doing suplexes and doing power drivers and Daniel Garcia doing all this shit. The workload just don't sit right with me. Daniel Garcia, I don't know. I'm trying to understand this. Where was he at on the Indies for him to even get noticed? Who is this guy?
He,
Who is Daniel
Danny
Garcia? Where did he
Garcia,
come from?
I don't know where he came from.
Where did they
Somewhere in the
scout this
East.
motherfucker from?
that nigga is the worst of all time.
Nigga, he is the blandest person I ever seen in
I
my life.
don't think I
And the
ever
funny part,
hated a wrestler more. I thought I hated the Miz, but I hate Daniel Garcia more.
I don't hate him. I just don't understand him. Like, why are you here? Why? I don't hate him. But I don't understand why you here. Like, what? My thing is, who scouted this motherfucker? Where did he come from? And why is he here?
It got to be some Tony Khan wingman shit because he looked like the type of goofy nigga that'll be like, uh,
So Tony Khan has
you know,
never been seen with the woman. Let's talk about that for a second. Um, is Tony Khan a faggot?
100%.
I
some
mean,
point.
honestly, you're a billionaire. Why can't you be seen with a woman? Like, or are you hiding a woman? You know,
Jeff
Luther
Bezos was a
hid,
conceiting dork that like loved to read, but now he's seen with young Latin bitches on his yacht.
huh?
I'm just pointing out an example of corny dudes who still have women around. Jeff Bezos. Wow. I've never seen Tony Khan even look at a woman with desire. He's an awkward little guy. He really is. Like, if you look at him,
No,
he
no,
looks
no,
at
no, no, you're
men with
right
the
because
desire that he should have for women.
like it is like you're not even trying to do you hug Mercedes Monet like you hug everybody else?
He
I
hugs
gotta
and
find the
closes his
video
eyes.
compilation,
It's
man. He
weird.
be making love with people. He be making
Shit,
love
I
to he.
remember when he hugged Claudio Castagnoli at, what was it, the Forbidden Door scrum? Post Mania
Yeah.
Yeah,
scrum? Or
man,
what
it's
the
like he
fuck?
humped his leg or some shit. trying to grab the back of his head and tried to caress it
And he
slowly or
was
some shit
sweating. He
like.
was curly while he hugged him. Like, I don't know,
He was hugging him like a little, like a little kid when he sees his dad come home from work.
man.
I put up the video of Tony Khan hugging people. It was remember Blake Man when Robin Givens kissed him and this thing for like a minute and a half. This motherfucker was like,
Like that's some that's that Arab shit. That's that that's his dad culture coming out.
dog. If you pay attention, this nigga low key nutted, dog, and he
But
was
no,
like,
his dad's been
"Hey,
caught with
five, what's
bitches though.
happening?" Huh?
His dad's been caught with bitches. I've seen that cheap looking motherfucker with some women before. I've never seen your son with women.
Who?
What is it? Saeed Khan, the father. I've seen him with
Oh
women on the
no, that's
side
what
of
I'm saying. I know. I'm just
him.
saying Tony Khan never had a woman. So my thing is, you know, we're not talking about hey, you got to put your personal life out there. But generally, when people are seen at big events, they bring their wives. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, why don't you have one? You're a 40-year-old man. You're a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, with that being said, would y'all be surprised if sexual allegations were to come out against Tony Khan 20 years from now? Because you
20
gotta
days from
want
now, I
something.
wouldn't be surprised.
You gotta know that you gotta want some. And if people don't want your blankets, if people don't want your blanket dick, then
Tony Khan going down on a Rico. They got him on drugs,
oh
trafficking
man,
women.
God,
He going down on all type of shit.
oh man, if that was the case, boy, people gonna be so goddamn shocked because they put on a smiling ass face. This nigga probably out here killing people left and right.
Probably.
Real shit. He got money to do that.
You know, I don't know if I asked this yesterday. White folk hate Vince McMahon. They could call him a rapist. They can even call him a racist. How come you never hear white folk call anybody a white supremacist? Vince McMahon is a man that white folk feel is guilty without being proven innocent, right? Just like a black man. But he's not being charged criminally, and hell, with these lawsuits, he seems to skate away and get away with a lot of shit, right? That's white supremacy. Why won't they call Vince McMahon a white supremacist? I mean, listen, I challenge y'all. Cause y'all
They don't want the
haven't
cat to come out the bag.
y'all haven't been doing what I asked y'all to do,
I would
which is
say
But
the reason why
listen,
they don't
listen,
they
listen,
call
listen, listen,
acknowledge
listen,
white
listen,
supremacy.
They
listen,
don't want
listen,
to
listen,
admit white supremacy exists.
listen. Y'all haven't been doing what I asked y'all to do, which is question the people. But I do have a question that I want y'all to ask people. Do they believe that Vince McMahon is a white supremacist? If they try to come at you with yes, he's racist, cut them from the gate. Be direct with your question. Is Vince McMahon a white supremacist? They need to answer to that question in particular. I guarantee you they're going to say that he's a rapist, he's a racist, he's this, he's that. But they are not going to admit that he is a white supremacist. Because if they do that, then they're going to have to admit that white supremacy exists. So with that being said, if they were to say, yes, God damn it, okay, fuck, Vince McMahon is a white supremacist, shit, then I want you to ask them, can you name 5 more white supremacists? I'm betting my life that y'all not gonna get no response after that, but I want you to do it anyway. I'm gonna teach y'all how to ask the right questions.
They not
Be-
gonna answer the first question. They gonna deflect immediately.
yes, they are. They gonna deflect by saying he's a racist, but I want you to get on their ass and clarify for them, speaking specifically of white supremacy. See, I force white folk to either be themselves or I force them to answer the question. All right? But do it y'all way. Just make sure y'all get it done. Please, 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 please. I ask questions for surveyor purposes. You know what I'm saying? Generally, with my surveys, the findings turn out to be 100% one way or the other. There's never no in between. You know what I'm saying? I know how to ask the right questions. All right. I think I'm gonna do a wrestling with racism training course. Would y'all pay $99.99 to learn how to wrestle with racism? No, I'm serious, and I'm asking the people too. Y'all go check out the other content. Like seriously. And if you see what I'm bringing up, um, would y'all pay $99.99 to wrestle with racism?
Is there an installment plan?
Fuck no, I don't trust a motherfucker. I'm gonna start teaching you a motherfucking you you learn a little bit and then think you can go off of my shit. No, fuck think this is. Damn man, black people always looking for a damn. Let me stop fucking like Peckerton Run. Um, y'all look out, okay? Peckerton Ron has been threatening me. Okay, Peckerton Ron has been threatening me.
He need to come get his grandma. She wilding on Twitter, man.
Oh my
Yo,
fucking
shout
god,
out to
dog.
Vagisil. Price check on Vagisil. We got an old black
this.
lady down here with a junior on her name with a fallopian fungus. She's baking a loaf of bread, and I think it's sourdough. Put a rush on that.
I can't believe, look, she said my pussy itch, but it's a golden. And then she showed that motherfucker, dog. Oh my god, dog. Doris Falcon Jr. on Twitter is out of her fucking mind, dog. She said she want to lick on Lamar Jackson great grandma pussy. Dog, she fucked me up when she said that she been fucking since she was 6 months years old. Like you can't tell her shit about her pussy. She been the shit since 6 months, nigga. Like damn. Oh, that's a remembering bitch.
I remember it.
Oh God, no, cause she be talking about how she worked at Sharice's Grill for free to support her son and shit, but she was mad because her pussy was itching, and because he had a problem with the odor. She like, I can't do nothing about that. He like, well, just go on home. And she like, no, I just want to keep working. She called him a jerk for sending him home because her pussy stank.
Well,
But this nigga grandma been tripping, dog. I'm telling you, dog. Oh, no, I need to find this shit, dog. Y'all gotta follow Doris Falcon. Y'all, y'all gotta follow Doris Falcon Jr., dog. I'm telling you, dog. This bitch is a trip, dog. I wouldn't get no pussy from that bitch because she got her vaginal problems, but I'll get some hair from her. She seemed like a freak.
Nah, she said that Vagisil got her back in the game.
I'm good. Once you go there, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Uh, she said my pussy feel great today. Van still did his thing. Who's hungry? My pussy so dry I can hardly walk. My pussy
Should be
so
making
dry I
cricket
can hardly
sound.
walk. Look, she tagged Ronald. She like, can you pick Granny up some Vagisil? Dog. Oh my God, she showed her pussy, dog. Oh God. Oh my God, dog. The doctor says I have 6 months to live, but after my grandson, Ronald, raped me, I'm ready to go now. Well, guess I'm going to watch Monday Night Raw. I ain't know she had 6 months to live. That shit crazy. Look, that's probably why she wilding like this. Look, I was the biggest hoe on Liberty Road. My
My
record is
grandchildren were
unmatched.
my life.
Huh?
Then they grew up drug addicts. Like my grandchildren were my life. Then they grew up drug addicts and bums. Lead janitor at Sharice Grill. My son owns it, but I work for her. She sells weed, do hair.
She said we do hair and babysit at the same time. Damn. Damn, dog. His grandma a gangster for real, dog. She held it down, boy. She raised 13 kids, 200 grandchildren, motherfucking 330 great grandchildren. She a
Homeland
true
don't know when to
matriarch
knock
to the
on the door.
family. Uh,
The Falcon clan.
the Falcon Junior clan, boy, you better not fuck with them. Shit, they gonna call you racist. Oh my God, you're so fucking racist. Oh God, y'all got to check out the Percatile Ron series, man. And before TikTok go, I'm gonna try to dedicate some time to Percatile Ron on TikTok. But I got a lot of other important videos to put out. But I'm gonna try to put this out and put them all, save them in the drive or some shit, and I'll put them out whenever I want to. Um, but Percatile Ron been threatening me, man. Like he got specific dates. He said, hold on. He said that Rasslin, he didn't just attack me, he attacked Rasslin with racism. So apparently he's going to destroy my show. Um, let's see. Hold on, why did he tag me? My thoughts on what? What the hell going on? Hold on, I'll get on that in a minute. Chad, try to pull up SmackDown and see what's going on right quick.
Shit might be wrapping up. Hold on.
The big headline. Rey Mysterio set to compete in Royal Rumble 2025.
I'm going to go to the Rumble.
Yeah, just do that real quick. Check to see what's going on so we can talk about SmackDown. And then we could kind of get ready to cut it after a little while, at least on the wrestling end. Let me go to
Okay,
this real quick.
what's gonna happen on the 19th and the 31st? Is that when he get his stupid chick?
Dog, dumb is, I thought it was the first to
Hold on, let me
15th,
check
but
if that's a Tuesday and Thursday. Hold on.
huh?
Hold on, let me check my
No,
calendar
because
real
he
quick.
did put up "You were warned" from the beginning. Then he put "Rest in peace, wrestling with racism, 2023 to 2025." Wrestling with racism didn't start in 2023, so I'm trying to figure out where you got your dates. So you're not saying "Rest in peace," wrestling with. I'm sorry, you're not saying "Rest in peace," no crackers at all,
Then
HBK
he tried to
400.
say he tried to say tread carefully, but he spelled it dread carefully. I don't know what that's supposed
No,
to
no.
He
mean.
been
According to the way
saying.
he speak, he spelled it right. Tweet carefully.
No,
he
he been
speak.
saying that lately. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean, Drake? Carefully, like, what are you? What? I got one life to live. What are you talking about? You
Dread your
know what I'm
dirt.
saying? What are you talking about, Ronald? But apparently, two things is gonna happen on the 19th and the 30th. What's the separation? Like, what's that? Am I supposed to sit? I'm supposed to have the knife in my left arm. on the 19th, and then he gonna come back and do the right arm on the 31st. Like what the fuck is this? What is this? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? How is wrestling with? He's not saying no crackers at all or HBK 400. He's saying that wrestling with racism is going to end. Uh, Apparently on these dates or something. So let's do the predictions. You know what I'm saying, Mike? Do you believe that Perkatom Ron is going? Do you believe that Perkatom Ron is going to show up at my doorstep and punch me in the nose?
No,
He
No,
can't leave the house without permission.
I don't think so. Yeah. You think he gonna
Who
take
gonna
some
watch the
money
TV?
out of his you think he gonna take some of the money out of his wrestling school savings to come fly a plane down to Detroit to come meet me somewhere and kill me?
no,
Chad, you think that his father, cause his father kinda acknowledged me the other day. Your threats, y'all familiar with that? That's low key my new little app right quick. I like that. Um he tagged me, wrestling with racism. And then he put down on the bottom, I don't know. Like IDK, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that was about. But since then, this is when Ronald started those threats. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to see what could you possibly do or want to do. So we are patiently waiting because I don't want to rush the 19th. I don't, me rushing them is rushing my life. You know what I'm saying? That's why I hate saying I can't wait because I want to wait. We in 2025. Just a year ago, it was January 16th, 2024, and that shit seemed like it was 4 months ago. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to take a long time to the 19th. So we are patiently waiting, Ronald. Ronald, we are waiting to see what you have to do to end wrestling with racism. But see, I want you to recognize something. When you end wrestling with racism, you're not just hurting HBK 400. You're hurting Deportation 2025. You're hurting Beard Man. You're hurting owner of a stolen gun. And damn it, you're hurting American Negroes who need wrestling with racism. Don't y'all think that don't y'all think that America need wrestling with racism?
And Ronald, most importantly to you, you be hurting yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
I mean, the Ravens season is about to end. Um, it's not gonna be no black people, so you know, I guess you got what you wanted on that end. It's not gonna be no black people in wrestling. Um, you know, what would you do without wrestling with race? So what are you gonna tweet about, Ronald? I'm sorry, what are you gonna retweet? Because that's all that he does is retweet, you know, and shit on wrestling with racism. No crackers at all. You know what I'm saying? So we are patiently waiting to see what you are going to do to no crackers at all. I'm sorry, HBK 400 or wrestling with racism. I can tell you, I don't give a shit about HBK 400. You touch wrestling with racism, you're going to have a whole another set of problems. All right? Wrestling with racism is too important to America. I had to let that sit for a second. The more and more I think about it, wrestling with racism is very important to America. I mean, revolution. It's a lost message, right? Therefore, check out the Message to the Grassroots series in a playlist on YouTube. If you are an American Negro, subscribe to Rasslin with Racism. Share with every American Negro that you know. Rasslin with Racism is bigger, much bigger than professional wrestling. And wrestling with racism isn't going to last. I will tell you that. Whether Ronald killed wrestling with racism or we pull the cord on our own record, just know that people were out here trying. We do have a bigger fight on our hands, and it's not professional wrestling. But if we could, all of us do have some type of passion for professional wrestling. And if we can uplift American Negroes into greater standings in the profession that we love so much along the way of fighting this very real fight that we are facing, replacement, you know, then that'll be great. I'll be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? Um, Chad, where you at on the SmackDown shit?
I just loaded it up now.
Wrestling with
Perusing through it
racism
now.
is hiring a position, an intern position for an associate producer. If anyone has qualifications to produce a program, send me a message on my Twitter, non-crackers at AL. Non-crackers at AL. Non-crackers at AL. Send me a message and along with your resume, and I will contact you. Wrestling with racism is in desperate need of an associate producer. All right. So that, we don't take 30, 45 minutes pulling up SmackDown results. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Mike?
Yeah.
Like, who would take that fucking long to pull up SmackDown results? You know what I'm saying, Mike? Owner, would you take this long to pull up SmackDown results?
Mm, honestly, it might take me longer than Mike.
Oh God. My bad, Chad. Well, owner take longer
I
than
mean,
you.
Chad.
So not
I
a,
mean, wait, who was just? Who was just
You want the results? I got the results.
the fuck was you looking for?
I was looking at the whole fucking program.
The same shit, man.
Well, okay. Well, Bailey took on Tiffany. No American Negroes in the program.
Let me say this right quick. Before you say that, and actually, low key, you just said everything I need to know. Case closed. SmackDown suck. Um,
Oh,
really?
wait.
Hold on. Wait. No American
Hold
Negroes at
on.
all. No Carmelo.
No, 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 no. Bianca Belair and Naomi versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae for the 30,000th time in the past month. That's it.
And who won? Nia Jax is a former dominant women's champion. I don't know too much about Candice LeRae. I know she exists, but and then fucking Bianca Belair and Jade is the tag, and
They
Naomi is
defeated
the
Nia
tag team
Jax.
champions, huh?
They defeated Nia
Bianca and
Jax.
Naomi won.
Yeah,
And Candice LeRae took the pin, right?
more than likely. Yeah.
Okay. So, this sucks because, me being a wrestling fan, it just sucks that Nia Jax, coming off of losing the women's title, just had to take losses. Just had to take another loss, which makes me believe that she is further removed from receiving the women's title match. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot about Triple H booking. In order to pander because of certain types of heat that you coming through, you had to disrupt your show and make this woman look weak. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at with it. That is pure pandering.
Naomi pinned Lorray with the bubble bomb finish.
Huh, the blah blah blah. I didn't know that was her finishing move.
She I've seen her do it.
Whatever happened to when she was thumping people on with her ass?
I think that's been demoted to special move.
It's crazy. I like that. Um, um, what about Carmelo Hayes?
He wrestled Jay Uso, but then the bloodline interfered and which caused a disqualification, and Jay Uso won by DQ.
Okay, so why did he face Jimmy
Hayes tried to
Uso?
form an alliance, and then they beat his ass.
Huh?
Hayes tried to form an alliance with Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga, but they beat the shit out of him.
Oh, so he one of those type heels. Who called him a sneaky bastard or some shit the other day? He
I
one of
don't.
those type of heels. Who said that, Mike?
I don't know. Was it Jay? I'm not sure. I wasn't watching.
No, that's fucked up. So he wanted on one. It's like Buff Bagwell looking at Stone Cold and Kurt Angle beat the shit out of Booker T, and he cheering them on, and then they go ahead on and beat his ass. So he one of them type of motherfuckers. That's what Carmelo Hayes is reduced down to. Instead of being him, he's a joke. Got it. Noted. I want to keep this in context. This is a couple of weeks, what, 2 or 3 weeks before the WWE Royal Rumble 2025. I want to keep this in context. This is the first month of the year. So in total, 3 American Negroes wrestled on the program. Um,
I believe
Yeah, I'm
so.
not seeing nothing else. You see anything else, Mike? 'Cause that's about it.
Let me see. Go check.
it's a shame it's got to be like Where's Waldo in this bitch in order to find some American Negroes. We really got to search and triple check and double check and make sure that this shit is crazy. Hoping that we'll see one more person on that list. That's crazy. No word on the street profits, no injury report, no nothing, right?
Three.
Yeah. So it shouldn't be a question as to why we wrestle with racism. It should never be a question as to why we wrestle with racism. This is highly unacceptable for it to be 2025. It's highly unacceptable for it to be 2025. It is highly unacceptable for it to be 2025. This shit is,
And it's still Negroes talking about trust the process.
man, I got on AEW ass in the beginning because, white folks sit up here and tell me, oh, they're doing things in 2, 3, 5 years that the WWE hasn't done in 60 years. So on the fifth year, right, we get all this. Y'all still giving whites the advantage before you get to an American Negro. That's kind of where I was leading to with our truth. You know, why can't we kick off the show sometimes? Why can't we get the promotion rolling sometimes? You know what I'm saying? They just won't let that happen. In the fake scripted sport, you can't have American Negroes be strong. Gotta have them be dumb. Hey, listen, white folk are buffoons in wrestling, but not all of them. Y'all make down there all black people buffoons or fucking hood rats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, so this shit is just, like I said, it shouldn't be a question why we wrestle with racism. And I'm more upset at wrestling, American Negro wrestling fans. Like I said, I understand why y'all got a love for this sport and a passion for this sport, but when the motherfucker is playing in your face, the shit just shouldn't be that fucking enjoyable. It's sickening to my stomach to watch this shit, knowing what's going on behind the shit. This is where American Negro wrestling fans need to wake up because continuing on with this type of accepting attitude is going to keep us away from this business. You better bitch now while these people are here before you end up trying to fight for some people that ain't there at all. Because it's definitely going to be much harder trying to get them through that door. That's ridiculous. It really is. Coming out of this, from what y'all noticed, have y'all seen any American Negro like Carmelo Hayes declare that he's going to the Royal Rumble?
Nope.
Nope.
How do y'all feel if Carmelo Hayes actually win the Royal Rumble? What if
I
Triple H just throw a curveball? The biggest curveball, the biggest swerve of them all. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly will have to try to stomach that and accept it and save all my energy to after WrestleMania.
I
That's good
wait
thinking
and
right there.
see.
Y'all thinking good right there. Y'all not
Yeah,
instantly
wait and
jumping
see
up.
what he does to WrestleMania.
Y'all not gonna jump up and be like, "Oh my God, Carmelo Hayes suddenly won the Royal Rumble and all is right with the world."
And the
Nope.
second thing I
Not
probably do
really.
I
is
just be
go to
like,
that
huh,
Facebook group
he
just to see
won.
what happens.
Let me tell y'all about wrestling with racism. When everybody was elated that Swerve Strickland won the AEW championship, I was looking at the parameters. Okay, we got a Negro champion. Who coming up under him? What did they do with Powerhouse Hobbs? What are they doing with Shane Taylor? What are they doing with Private Party? What are they doing with these people? What are they doing with Leah Moriarty? Is Athena available to work on Dynamite now? What are they doing with these people? What are they doing with that person? Absolutely nothing. Can anybody tell me different? That's what I was looking at. Who's going to be the next potential challenger for the title? Maybe not against Swerve Strickland, but who are they preparing a year or two from now throughout his short title reign? And my findings was nobody. Did y'all find anybody? Am I tripping?
Nope.
Am I tripping
Nope.
for looking beyond Swerve Strickland title reign?
Nope.
No.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure.
They still got Jay Lethal under contract. This man in the prime of his career. Why is he not on TV?
Jeff Jarrett threw him to the side and became a contender for the World Heavyweight title. So why couldn't Jay Lethal do what Jeff Jarrett is doing right now?
It's too damn many Cowboys in AEW.
Excuse me, but Hangman Adam Page is not a fucking cowboy.
You right. You right.
Cowboy James Storm was a fucking cowboy. I don't know what the fuck Hanging Man Adam Page is.
You're a rhinestone cowboy.
Like, Mike, you out there
Hmm?
with cowboys. I say you out there with cowboys. Is Hangman Adam Page a cowboy to you?
A little bit.
Okay. I don't watch AEW like that.
I mean, but these niggas ain't built like they used to be. Like Adam Page is a cowboy today.
People don't know what a cowboy is. My daddy, I couldn't watch westerns for a long time. Because just sitting in the house Saturday nights with my daddy. We ain't had no TV in our room. We just had it in the living room. And he had a TV in his room and we couldn't go in there. But he would still watch TV in the living room and watch these fucking westerns like, nigga, like why don't you go in your room and watch TV and we got to sit here and that kind of turned me off from westerns, but I do want to sit down and watch it. Because wasn't white westerns just slaughtering Indians?
You ever watched Heaven's Gate?
No.
Nah, you ain't never watched Heaven's Gate.
What is that, a western?
No.
Yeah, it's a frontier movie. It's got Chris Christopherson. They,
I'm gonna have to check all that stuff out
it's about
because, like I
immigrants
said,
and shit.
I did say I want to just get into it and see what the fuck my daddy was actually watching. You know what I'm saying? That shit just up to 5 year old is just black and white. It just didn't connect with me. I'm sorry. Um, that's fucked up because black and white still don't connect. But the the key is though, those are cowboys. So are you willing to go out and kill niggers and Indians today? If you're not, don't sit up here and call yourself a cowboy, Adam Page.
He did blow up Swerve House.
He did.
He displaced the
Swerve
He
black
didn't do
people.
burned
nothing
Swerve's
about that.
house to the ground.
And
I mean,
Swerve,
his name is Hangman. Who he's hanging? Good white folk?
there's no such thing as a good way.
There you go. There you go. His name is Hangman. Who the
He
fuck you
hung.
hanging?
I remember he did hang John Moxley about 2 years ago, and I think he did Chris Sabin even
Now
6 years before
Swerve
that.
did end up hanging the Hangman. I remember that spot.
Yeah, that was funny.
I did not know that.
But I saw that as them playing in our face. Like, okay, it's the Hangman. You got the black dude hanging. Like, all right, okay, I see.
Yeah,
Y'all, it's very on the
I
nose.
kind of seen right through that.
Okay.
More
I
than
did
likely,
not know that.
that was Swerve I did. More than likely. You know what I'm saying? But they never capitalized on it was just fucking stupid. Adam Page had to be off of TV in order for Swerve to you know hold a title. And then you cost him the title. You'll have a rematch. He not only took away your home and your title, he took away your home and your title. Okay, that didn't come off right, but that's pretty much how it was supposed to be. And he did that, and he beat you on top of that. Put a fucking syringe in your mouth. On top of that, no forms of payback. That feud just ended dumb as shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it should still be going. And Swerve just don't have no interest for the title at all right now. You know what I'm saying? Dumb shit. When was the
Would have
last
worked
time
better.
MJF? Now that the key is MJF got to inquire about the title, Adam Copeland got to get the title and all. Listen, y'all stop telling me that Swerve Strickland is going to get that title back because he's not going to get a title shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, if they
He
wanted
may
to
get a title
keep
shot
this,
against Will Ospreay just to lose. Go ahead, Mike. My bad.
like, if they wanted to find a way to keep Heyman and Swerve, like, if you're gonna have Swerve go off TV, the least they could have did was have Hangman be the one to beat Bryan Danielson instead of John Moxley, and then Swerve comes back and he chases Hangman, and you would eventually lead to Swerve beating Hangman for the
I
world title.
thought that.
They could have
I
did
mean, to be
that.
honest with you, let's take racism aside. Swerve did beat Hangman 2 times in a row. Maybe it was just for Hangman to get that one win. Problem is, the way that they did it should not have ended the feud because you cost the man his title and his childhood home. Like that's something they should have did in the middle. You know what I'm saying? But now you leave it to where you're in a position to where well, you cost this man a title and a home. And he had to take some time off because he was injured because of you. And you or the championship is not his focus. Okay. He feuding with Ricochet right now for no reason. What do you do with Swerve Strickland for the rest of the year? You make him a mid card champion. Do he hold the Intercontinental Championship, the International Championship? What do you do with Swerve Strickland for the rest of the year? Let's not speak at one time now.
I'd build them up. I would have built them up to get the title back.
Next or later on down the line, do you think that MJF should get it back first? Do you like how do we do this? How do we do this?
I'll probably
No,
I'm
have.
no
not gonna
lie.
lie. I kind of agree with Mike when he said they should have put the title on Heyman and let Swerve go off TV and come back and take the championship. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, but then he would have had to beat Danielson, which means that marksmanship never happened either, right?
You know,
Yeah,
why is Moxley? He's the most unnecessary champion I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't understand
I
it.
mean, they could have done all this without the title, right?
Yeah, I agree with that too.
yeah, they could have.
I mean, it would have came off just as bad, but you holding up a potential champion because this doesn't help John Moxley. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't help AEW with John Moxley being champion.
The only time Moxley being champion was ever okay, ended up being okay for AEW was like really 2 points. Was during the pandemic and then getting people's minds off Brawl Out with Punk and the Elite, where Mox was a transitional champion for MJF.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
That was it.
his time is up as far as winning championships, and it won't hurt him to never hold that title again.
Yeah,
Or at
his
least right
legacy's all
now, it's
set.
just not his time because you had these younger talent, MJF and Swerve Strickland. You finally getting into these people that wasn't established before AEW to be champion. I understand why Samoa Joe had to win it. MJF was hurt. He was in that feud with him at that time, and Samoa Joe wasn't a bad choice. You know what I'm saying? But don't
And
you think
he's
that,
back.
huh?
My bad. He just came back the other day.
for the Hurt Business, right?
I'm not sure if he came back for the Hurt Business, but that's
It was
another
somebody
He
question.
that
came back to help Hook.
Oh,
Joe
okay,
came back to help Hook.
and Joe
okay.
don't want his title back. You would think that
Yeah.
Joe, an upstanding man, will want to fight not just for his title back, but he will want to fight for for the honor of AEW. You know, just the shit. Swerve will be the man to fight for the honor of AEW, but they don't want that to happen. Samoa Joe should be the next. Samoa Joe should have been Powerhouse Hobbs. That would have worked instead of killing uh Powerhouse Hobbs. The shit that the BB thing did to Powerhouse Hobbs,
Office.
that would have worked better with Samoa Joe because it wouldn't have hurt Joe. This hurts Powerhouse Hobbs. That wouldn't have hurt Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just it's bad. It's bad. Tony Khan just wants to make American Negroes look bad and have no redemption to look better. Are you going to continue this feud with John Moxley and Powerhouse Hobbs? Or did this just turn into a six-man battle for the next pay-per-view? There we go. Um,
I think Powers Hobbs was written off TV.
that's crazy. He just came back
Yeah, not too long ago. He's been back for
from
about
injury.
a month.
Yeah, from injury. And look, white folk is going to use, he got a title shot against Tekita, and he got a title shot against Moxley. What more do you niggers want? Mind you, they're going, listen, the only
Give Hobb a
reason that,
test run with the fucking title.
it's two reasons why they gave Swerve the title. One is to shut us up for a lifetime. For the fact that Swerve Strickland held that title for 4 months, white folk will live off for the rest of AEW's time that AEW isn't a racist organization because Swerve Strickland held that title. Simply because he held that title. And it helped them get that TV deal. Yes, you've been hearing rumblings online that we are a racist organization. Look, WBD, we have a black world champion. There, you get your deal. Y'all not racist. It's reason. It's those are the exact reasons as to why he got that title. Um, I gotta get ready to cut it. Do anybody have anything else that they want to get out before we go?
That's
Okay.
about it. Nothing else really exciting on SmackDown. It's pretty dull tonight.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. No Negroes. Oh, yeah. Um, Jakar Jackson and Lash Legend didn't appear.
No, they didn't.
No.
I've
What's
been
going on with Samoa Joe? I'm sorry. What's going on? Why did uh Mike? You familiar with Rilla? Why did he tag me about Solo Sokoa? I didn't listen to the promo. Does anything
So I didn't see the promo.
something had to come out of that promo because let me try to listen to it right quick. Y'all go ahead on and talk about something else real quick and let me try to
I'm about to
listen to
play
this
it my damn self.
because I don't know why he tagged me for this. Obviously, something had to happen.
Wait, who tagged you?
Rilla Perry.
Ah, 7 points. Okay. Let me see.
I've been trolling that black wrestling group, Facebook group.
What was the Facebook group called?
The BWO, the Black Wrestling Order.
Oh,
Yeah, so some fucking Jamaican gonna caption a picture of it's a picture. Look, it's a picture of Jacob Fatu with his kids, a picture of Tama Tonga with his kid, uh, Jimmy with Jimmy Solo, Jay Roman, The Rock, like all with their kids, and he gonna tag the shit the Black Samoan bloodline.
Okay, so I don't know why he did that. That promo was just Solo wasn't able to speak. Because people was booing him and he dropped the mic and walked through the crowd while the other two Samoans was in there looking at him and shit. So I don't have no thoughts on that. I don't care. It's too many Samoans and hopefully he walk away forever. Actually, uh
Um, by the way, I'm watching some BFAB has popped up in the background. I'm gonna check this out real quick. I'm gonna go off mic real quick.
okay. Was y'all able to hear that?
Yeah, shit, not really.
Okay. No, I responded to him through the talk through text. I said it's 2 minutes. He asked me my thoughts on that promo, the or lack thereof. I said my thoughts is he should walk away forever. It's too many damn Samoans in the WWE and not enough American Negroes. Do you see Samoans walking the streets of DC?
I mean,
You
they
know?
definitely overrepresented. Like if it was like a two or three of them, that makes sense. But it is six, seven coming.
Oh, it's a lot more than that. We counted them down the other day. I mean, it's Samoans that's not even in the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? When you look at Nia Jackson, Bronson Reed, and Tamina Sucker somewhere around there. I think she still got a job. She sucking somebody, cause I think she still got a job, don't she? She on the payroll. Um, so it's you know, and it's crazy because they outdid us. You know what I'm saying? Off of something that I don't know. It just because what do you do with them? I'm pretty sure, when I say that when you break people up, the street profits up, are they gonna have individual success? When you finally break Jade and Naomi and all them up and Bianca and all them up, are they gonna have individual success? When you finally break Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson up, are they gonna have individual success? When Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, when they all on SmackDown and Raw shit, are they gonna have individual success? If you break up the New Day, are they going to have individual success? The answer is no. But when the bloodline ultimately disperse, they're going to find individual success with no hesitation. We could see a whole brand new Jacob Fatu in 2 years. We could see a whole new Solo Sokoa in 2 years because they're going to change these people. They're going to adjust these people to make people still be interested in what they do. They're not going to do that with American Negroes. We facing replacement. We are facing erasure. It is happening in real time. And what I need American Negro wrestling fans to do is wake up. Do not be afraid to open your eyes and realize the reality in which we live. With that being said, take care of yourself as an individual and take care of one another as family and as our ancestor. Frankie Beverly stated plainly, we are one. And that's the way it is.